HBFT Gaming, I'm HBFT, and we are back again with Star Wars Interworlds, an overhaul mod for X4 Foundations. Now, I'm very excited about something. Look behind me right now. Do you see what I see? Our wharf is mostly functional. It's mostly functional, and it is building our huge, well, I guess to me, huge fleet of TIE Defender elites to actually populate our Harrower 2 that we got yesterday, which has turned us sort of into the Darth Hair, or a representative of the Sith side. So here we are today answering the age-old question, are we the bad guys? Because we have a lot more military might than I can recall that we had in the past, so this is going to be pretty interesting, yeah? So overall, very, very excited about this. So how did we accomplish this? We were not exactly close. Well, I've added more facilities to the mix. It is a huge, mighty TIE Defender fleet. Well, heck yes. Hey, Lewis, high five. Well, as you can see right here, we're making 20 right now, and those will get added to the mix. We had a bunch of stations that were in construction, but now they're mostly complete. The newest one right here is this combo station for advanced composites, weapon components, and missile components. And right now, most of the work being done is on just redundancy. So it will actually have some output as long as it's got Durasteel. The one oversight here is that we have to wait. I'm not sure if this will complete in the lifetime of this specific stream, but this is what's holding up the entire production. I had this earlier on in the blueprint, but unfortunately I had to make a replacement with the standard module instead of the Imperial specific one because I didn't have that one, and it moved the build order, so now it's at the end when it's really blocking everything else. But as long as we supply this with some Durasteel from next door, it's going to continue to produce missile components and weapon components. More importantly, it has the potential to output something like 6,000 or 3, yeah, look at this, 10,000 per hour for missile components at only half output. So it's going to be something like 20,000, and then for weapon components it's going to be something like 10,000 per hour. So we're going to need a lot of it because we've got a lot of fighters to build. Yeah, I've really been enjoying the S4 stream. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that, Corporate. Thank you so much for stopping on by and letting me know. That means a lot to me. It really does. And happy Thursday. High five. Yeah, so, and yes, actually, thank you so much for the resub with Twitch Prime. I know you can only choose one place and you chose us, and I really, really appreciate it. High five. Yeah. So where is our fleet? What is it up to? So yesterday we just got our Harrower 2. Here it is. Actually, let's hop on over there right now and we'll take a look at this piece because it now actually has a fighter complement, which is pretty epic. So here is the bridge. It looks like the other bridges. I think it's a generic one, but you know, as you can see some of our fleet outside. This is she right here. She's a lot larger now, and if we actually zoom in a little bit, you'll notice a new addition. So on these two docks, if somehow I can zoom in even further, there's actually 6. You remember how we lost the Raider 3 yesterday? We have 6 Raider 3s on this thing. So mind you, each of them has 4 XX3 Proud turbo lasers designed to take down like corvettes and stuff like that. There's 6 of them because there's 6 medium docks. There's 101 small docks, and there's actually, I'm sorry, I take that back. 101 small ship capacity, but 42 docks. The next in line is 12 docks. This is 42 docks. So you see this grid on the side here? That's 21 docks. You see this grid on this side? That's 21 TIE Defender elites. And then 6 Raider 3s in the middle, and then it's got a massive 33,000 average turret DPS output. And I've even gone over and I've spent our only materials to upgrade one of the weapons, so I modified it. So I'm very excited about this. This is going to be awesome. Most effective way to get close look is to do a flyby. It's a mothership. Heck yes. So here's the thing. What do we got? What do we got? So right now, if we mouse over the Harrower 2 and take a look at it, it now has 58 docked vessels. Well, we just built 20 more. As you saw earlier, this is all being built from our Bunny League HQ right now. So I can take all of these. Well, actually, these are just 18. There's 2 more still being built. And I'm going to slam that in here. That's right. They're going to be part of Iota Group. There it is. So that's going to be excellent. I'm just going to wait for the last 2 before we sort anything out. And then I've also replaced our Lancer frigate. More importantly, I have acquired 2 new additions to our fleet in the form of
546 cruiser.
the 546 escort cruiser. So this thing has a heavy turbo laser on it. It's got dual lasers. Oh my god, what the heck's going on out here? there's a lot. Is there fighting going on? Oh, it's a YT 1300. Okay, well, there's a wannabe Millennium Falcon out there. It's causing some shenanigans. So here is our 546. We've got 2 of them. So I wanted something a little bit faster to get out there to greet corvettes, to greet large freighters, things like that. Anything that can get in between us and the enemy so that we can actually get out there and do some damage, tie them up until our Vic-2s and our ISD-2s can actually slowly rotate into position and dump octuple barbette turbo lasers into the enemy. That's the idea. So now we have another piece of the puzzle. So we're just testing out 2 of them right here. They do have the ability to house 10 fighters of their own, but I haven't gone around to equipping them yet. We just picked them up. As you can see, we've got our arrestor right here to use the arrestor tractor beams to slow down small and medium vessels. We've got 2 546s to engage as like an initial quick response force. We've got 2 Vic-2 Star Destroyers in the large class in order to take out like large vessels and things like that. And then of course we've got our ISD-2 and the Provocateur. So we've got 2 of those. It's like Noah's Ark. We get 2 of each, right? And the ISD-2s are there for bombardment. We've got the Keldabe in order to crash into the enemy, break them to pieces, and dump 24,000 average turret DPS into the enemy. And then, of course, we've got our flagship, the brand new Harrower 2, with 6 Raider 3s on board. And now something like almost 80 TIE Defender Elites, all equipped with concussion missiles. Now, speaking of missiles, that's not all. I bought the blueprint for it. It wasn't that expensive. And if we head on over now, I want to show you a total of 150 Diamond Boron cruise missiles. Haven't fired these at all. So 150 Diamond Boron cruise missiles. I have no idea what that is, but I bought 150 of them and it cost maybe almost 10 million. This can hold 600. So we didn't have any cruise missiles the last time that we tested this thing at the end of the stream. We didn't have any TIE Defender Elites on board when we tested it. We didn't have any Raider 3s when we tested it. And we didn't have any 546 cruisers when we tested it. I figure, let's go out and let's find us some orphanages. So the real question is, are we the bad guys? I don't know. This seems pretty good to me. Architans, a name so weird even the creators couldn't pronounce it. Well, actually, I think we could potentially buy an Architans, I believe. So if we actually zoom out, I think over in the CSA, they're the ones where I can get those. I had one once, but it was because it was captured, right? So we'd have to find their shipyard. Here's their shipyard. We can buy ships. We can go to large, and we can get ourselves the Architans. So yes, in fact, it is like the, I guess, the Rebel or the Republic version of the stuff. So it has a precedent before it. Yeah, I'm ready to be a baddie. Hey, Sergeant, good to see ya. Welcome. Raiders are the Corvette they made for Battlefront. Oh, the Raiders? The Raiders are, and let me zip on out for a moment, and we're going to go over to the wharf, the Imperial Wharf. We had one of these yesterday, and then we lost it in combat in exchange for our new Harrower 2, but this is the Raider 3 right here. So it's a fast medium that gets out there and dumps proud turbo lasers into slower enemies, and it has 6 quad laser cannons to deal with the faster ones. So kind of like a hit and run skirmisher type of thing. But if we wade into the enemy right next to, oh, I forgot, we've also got 2 Lancer frigates. That's what this tiny little thing is, if I can actually select it right here. We've got 2 of these, which essentially have 20 different turrets on all sides for anti-fighter capability. Space Cadet, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, 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 Raiders. If you're joining us right now, we're currently taking a look at our new Are We the Bad Guys fleet. and just kind of going over things. Yeah, hopefully you're doing well, and hopefully you had a good stream. High five, thank you so much, and happy Thursday. Yeah, so overall I'm really excited about this. I think it could do pretty well. So far the Empire has pushed down into, and actually I might as well show you instead of just talking about it. They are pushing all the way down into Vakar, and they've been able to maintain our momentum. So you remember yesterday we cleared out some of this. They've finished the job, and now they are putting Palani to siege, and right after that is Coruscant. So I think this could be a good opportunity to help. Look how ripe this target is, and if you think about it, the reinforcement chain from their, I guess, wharfs and their shipyards and their golden battle stations where their representative for the whole faction sits is right next door. So we're bound to see incredible resistance, because the actual logistical chain to fight back against us is going to be very short. Very, very short. Yeah. We're bad bunnies with diamond armor piercing missiles. What can go wrong? Hey, as a rule, high five. And thank you so much again yesterday for telling me about Mules Extended, because I've been using that quite a lot. And I can go over that in just a second. Yeah. Having a good time with some Ted Gem. Oh, heck yes. I won without him, so obviously I have to make the game even. Oh, my goodness. Well, there you go. You are miles ahead of the pack. High five. Well, good luck to you. I hope that it's all working smoothly for you. I love Ted Gem Plus. Can't wait to try some of the newer stuff. So more power to you. Okay, so, oh wow, that's a lot of defense. I should probably organize these a little bit. So for those that are just joining us, our wharf has finally been able to create more fighters of our own, and that has allowed us to populate our brand new flagship with, let's say, well, more fighters. So we're just gonna let it do its thing. Let me go in and group these together, because that's gonna get unwieldy rather quickly, right? So here we go. So that's some of the 80, and then we'll just go in and group another 3 right underneath, just so that we are matching. We added another 20 to the mix, right? And right now there's some poor unfortunate soul. Oh my god. Okay, apparently they're scrambling fighters already and attacking this oh no, please tell me it's not an Imperial Escort immobilizer. Okay, everybody stop immediately, return. So if you're wondering what just happened, the immobilizer, or the interdictor, it has a 25-kilometer radius, and it deals 1 point of damage to anyone in it, friend or foe. And then all of a sudden, it turns us hostile, and we attack it, and then the Empire hates us. So we need to get the heck out of here, because I had us on intercept, and that did not bode well for this. So let me just, let me just tell them, cancel your orders. We will repair the damage this heathen has done. Please, please. So head out this way. Fly and wait, sir. Fly and wait. Do not fire. Do not even fire until fired upon. Just do not fire. Do not fire. Oh my god, this is the problem with having 200 plus subordinates, is that the moment they smell blood in the water, they do not hesitate, which normally I would say is a fantastic thing. I would say that's amazing. Good job, guys. Don't hesitate in the heat of battle. But you know what? This is not the time for battle, guys. Oh my goodness, guys. Really? You know, it's his fault. I understand. It's not your fault. It's totally his. I just really need you not to, you know, reward bad behavior with a beating. Okay? Especially not a public beating in the Galactic Empire where we oh my gosh, guys. Come on, let's get out of here. This is not the way to start the stream. This is what wing commanders are useful for. No, you don't understand. Lewis. Someone's bound to shoot him still. I don't trust them. Did you see yesterday? Okay. For those that may have missed the shenanigans yesterday, I'm not the best fleet commander. So maybe I may have blasted my own gentleman in the butt. So I don't trust any of my people, because I don't even trust myself. So at this point, I'm just gonna tell everybody, stop what you're doing, even if you're actually just making a sandwich, and maybe make the sandwich on the other side of the kitchen. That's all I ask. That's all I ask, really. Yeah, it's crazy fun. Reshi's an absolute monster. Oh, the moment you say Reshi, I immediately think difficulty modification. Difficulty modification supreme. Yes. Soldiers dying on a mission give their teammates permanent will loss. Oh my god, golly, that does not sound bueno. Okay, remove all orders. Everyone is going to vacate. We're just going somewhere else in sector, right? Just get out of here. It was his fault, but we are above this, bunnies. We will not attack the heathen. Come on. Just look. Don't attack. Just look. Don't attack. Yes, he continues to hit you in the butt. That's why you're all shaken. Just forget about him. Forget about him. Don't fight back. I'm asking you to take the very, very high road right now. And tell you what, so high of a road that we're going to try to move an entire fleet to maybe another sector so that he'll give up the chase. This is ridiculous. I mean, at some point, so I believe there is a mod. It's called Apologize for Friendly Fire. Now, he's the one, let's just be real. He started it. It's not us. But I'm kind of thinking that might be a good mod to have because it's specifically for situations like this. Essentially, we'd be able to talk to him and talk him down from being hostile, right? I bet one of us shot him once with a pea shooter, and now he's like, I'm going to kill you all by myself. And the moment we strike back, the entire empire is going to attack us. So, yeah, that would have been good. You could also use the fire authorization global order about never attacking the Imperials. Is that how that works? Is that it? Because that would be great. Like blacklist. Oh, fire authorization overrides. So set fire authorization override as default. Okay. Well, when it comes to the Galactic Empire, I want to make sure that you are defend only, allow attacks on objects with a relation to -25 or below. No, I guess defend only, yeah? Is that how we do it? So then we will never attack them? Because that would be great. Defense only. Oh, wow. Wow, yes. Save this override, please. Please. Okay, gents. Wow. I think you just about saved us. I think you saved us. My gosh. Hey, I'm so sorry. I'm going to try to pronounce your name. Psyhydrath Domini. Welcome, 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 and happy Thursday, yeah? You look like someone who knows what they're doing. Oh. I try, but I may look like it, but I don't necessarily. But feel free to ask questions and I'll do my best. How about that? Yeah? I don't promise anything, though. But tell you what, like as it stands right now, since we're in Star Wars Interworlds, we're trying not to accidentally kill this guy. And it's proving to be very difficult. You came at the right time, let me tell you. You know what? Everybody go this way. We're changing our minds. Now that we've got Lewis's help, it's more like, to be perfectly honest, it's more like the bunnies are the experts, and I sort of just follow. I sort of follow what they tell me. Oh yeah, no worries, no worries. High five. You can go if you need to, but I appreciate that you stopped by. Thank you so much. Yeah, it should only attack him if the Imperial directly attacks him. Hopefully the pings will be ignored. Yes. So this guy is constantly pinging us, and we're all racking up repair bills like crazy. This is kind of, if you've ever played an MMO, this is kind of a good example of AoE doing catastrophic volumes of damage, even if they're doing a little bit of damage. You know what I mean? Because cumulatively, he's striking high density fields of our people. And this is really annoying. This is so many repairs. Oh, this is so painful to watch. I hate this guy. I wish I could put stasis on him from XCOM and just make him chill out for a while we leave this sector. But this is something else. Hey, Anakitas, good to see ya. High five, yeah? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, okay. I'm really tempted just to kill him, just so that he'll stop the madness, because we're about to go into battle. I thought I was going into battle, and... Oh, they've gone aggro anyway. Okay, that's it. Do we have to kill the Empire? I mean, I guess we are the bad guys, right? I tried so hard, bunnies. I really did. Apparently, something happened and they want to kill us. Imperial escort raiders are now attacking our Lancer frigates that are... Oh, look at that. There's a hostile Imperial Star Destroyer too. Oh, this is not good. Yeah, let's reload. This is ridiculous. I apologize. I'm curious if I have a load that will put us close by. So we're 6'5", 1156 so fast. Quick save. I have no idea where this is. I mean, yes, where this is. I have no idea where this is, though. This is going to be an interesting one. I apologize. Not too sure where we're at. I hope it retained all of the adjustments that I made, right? We're the bad guys in a good way. We'll conquer the galaxy to liberate everyone from the tyranny of the two superpowers. The good guys, yes. Whenever I see an immobilizer, I notice it. That's the big thing. If I notice an immobilizer, I try to stay the heck away, because that stuff is so crazy, yeah? Still need Empire for backup until NRL and Sith are down and then pounce. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely need their help. When you reload, remember to redo the adjustments to fire control. Ah, thank you so much. The thing is, we had fire control on. Maybe he'll hurt us and we won't even make him go hostile. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. But thank you so much. I will do that first so I don't forget. And I'll have to figure out where I am in the sequence. I believe we have our cruise missiles. I believe we already have most of our fighters. We just built new ones and we were adding them over. So it's going to be interesting to see where we're at. For those that are just joining us, we now have the capability to actually build TIE Defender elites and scimitars from our own wharf in unknown region number 3. So that's going to be really, really potent in resupplying all of our vessels, and maybe even doing a complete overhaul and taking all of the Royal Guard interceptors and replacing them with TIE Defender elites. That's going to be epic. And the nice thing is that as we do that, that makes it a little bit easier to manage them all, despite the fact that they've all got like 14 concussion missiles across 200 plus fighters. But at least you can select all of them and say, yes, I would like to, you know, replenish them. Here are 20 to 30,000 missile components and smart chips, right? Because now we have the capability of, well, very soon we will have the capability, because of our new factory, to output over 20,000 missile components per hour. So, I mean, all we need is one in-game hour and we're golden. Now, one thing of note that I didn't mention, as our fleet grows, and now that we are classified as an empire, we've got a bit of an issue. Oh, hey, sweetheart. Hey. What do you want to say hi? He's going to look at the bunnies. Hey. I know a lot of lights, huh? Do you want to be here? You want me to put me down? Okay, I'll put you down. How do you hire pilots to join your bad guy group? Oh, that's a good question. I usually hire them, well, at the nearest wharf, and then I eject out the airlock whoever I don't like. So that's the main idea, yeah? How's the fleet cost? Yes, that's what I was getting to. The fleet cost is not great. It's actually really bad. So at the moment, if we look at our current empire, because now we are classified at the highest rating, meaning now we're paying double the cost in supply instantly, all of a sudden we're now paying costs anywhere from 7.5 million per 30 minutes to 8+ to 9+ million every 30 minutes. That works out to almost 18 million per hour. That's a lot. So I've actually expanded, or am in the process of expanding our ship supply factory. So if we actually look out here and we take a look at the build order, you'll see that we had 10, and now I'm working on outputting 20 ship supply factories, and then I'm increasing the storage as well so we can hold a higher reserve. So that's the idea, right? And on top of that, it'll be really nice when we actually take more sectors, because that's going to help right at the very source of everything, and it's going to be awesome. Yeah, don't resist, you're being rescued. Yes. So everything's elevating, everything's escalating. So first things first, before I forget, before I even see where we're at and what we were doing, let's go ahead and do the global order so I don't forget, right? Because that was key to avoiding a galactic incident. So we're going to go in for defensive on the Galactic Empire. Thank you again, bunnies, for helping me out with that. That's great. So I think we just need to save the override. That's fantastic. We'll double check our cache, accept all estimates. And I do want to see, did we build all those fighters already? Okay, so they're in progress. They were in progress. So it's not too far off. We're not too far off. Where are we at with our Harrower 2? We're entering system. I might stop before we get closer because it was right at the gate where the immobilizer is. Let's go ahead and cancel this, remove this order, and we're going to chill out here away from the gate where the immobilizer is sitting, because he's what's causing us all the problems, right? So we've done two things. We've taken our fire authorization override order, and we've set it so that we are in a defensive stance against all of the Galactic Empire. And then we've also taken ourselves away from the gate so that we can actually stage up and prep, and we will hopefully not get tagged by that horrible, horrible immobilizer. And this is another reason why I've got an arrestor and not an immobilizer, even though I think the immobilizer is vastly more cool. So now we will unpause. We'll let it be. You could also the large maintenance dock that would double your current supply. That's correct. I think I just need to hold on to like, is it 66 million? I think I need 66 million for that blueprint, and then I need to build it. So yes, I could do that, and I think it'll give me another 100 supply cost for each one that I build on top of the existing EQ docks. So yes, you're absolutely right. That's not a bad, that's actually a strategy I was thinking of. But right now, I'm just trying to get, yeah, we finished these before. So here are all the fighters that are being built. There's 20 TIE Defender Elites right here. And as soon as they're done, we'll send them over. This is in Unknown Region 3. And we are currently out, yep, we are currently out in Vortex. That's where the fleet is. So hopefully everyone's going to form around us. I do want to double check our formation and just double check that we do have our 150 Diamond Cruise missiles. Yeah, we do. And then it's in Point Guard. That's bad. We do not want Point Guard. We discovered that's a bad idea. We're switching over to V-shape so that when the guns are firing off the prow, we aren't accidentally destroying our own allies, right? Because let me tell you, the Sith doesn't care about who's standing in front of it. That's the truth. So maybe I will move past them and reorganize this formation just so that we can get in the right places and we won't accidentally destroy our allies, because that can get very costly, right? I mean, of course, that's my main hang up. I don't want it to be costly because that would just be annoying. Here we go. Let's go in and confirm prep. Ready? And what do we got? Do you know what the stars mean next to the formations? Ah, yes. So in order to use certain formations, you need, at a minimum, the captain has to have that star. So if I want to use inverse point guard, which is going to put people behind me, which actually wouldn't be bad. Wow, that's a lot of kitty fur on my face. Then we would have to have a captain that is at least of 3-star, if that makes sense. So that's what that means. Oh, okay. Let me just 1 second so I can see. Okay. Whoa, there it is. I think I mostly got it. Okay, perfect. So you can already see that things are reorganizing. Most of the time, if I'm perfectly honest, I actually spend my time out in Kaylee in the Frontier Defense Station out here, specifically because when I'm in sector, things are different. And on top of that, things tend to run a little more slowly because there's a difference between out of sector calculation and in sector calculation. So when I'm trying to mobilize things and not in combat, I tend to try to stay outside of the sector. So that allows us to form up, I think, as efficiently as possible. So already our allies are out of the way. They're behind us, which is great. That's what we want because we've got some big guns to the front. Just to double check, we still have our 58 docked vessels. And then I'll just go ahead and take a look at the 546 to make sure that our guns are set. They are. So we basically have the 546 turbo laser. I think that engages out at 17 kilometers. Let me just double check because we're about to send this into combat and I want to make sure that we know what we're doing. So if I go over to the shipyard and I take a look at what we built, we currently have on large, we've got our two 546s. We have them on high preset and their main gun right here has a range of 17 kilometers. Now, mind you, it's not the fastest firing and it's not a ton of firepower, but it can at least reach out and touch the enemy. After that, we're getting down to 9.9 kilometers. So they need to be relatively close, but not bad to kind of send a volley off the bow of, let's say, like a charging Pelta or large cruiser or something like that, and then close the gap while our Vic-2s are turning around so they can actually fire. So I think it's going to be a good gap cover or gap filler, at least until we can make this happen. Hey, Mira, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the redemption. Thank you so much for the redemption of the Nura Helmet 2.0. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right, so with that in mind, let's check out our fleet. So we're sitting at almost 30 mil, which is going to be very, very helpful because when we get to 66, we can actually get the large EQ dock. And currently, if we go over to our Harrower, I think our TIE Defenders are almost complete, right? So let's go ahead and just start grouping these up preemptively while they're out here. And they will form up together. We're just going to make small squadrons of 4. And then we'll add them to the mix because there's a limited number of subordinates that each of our captains can handle. I think it's 256 or something like that, or 255. So by actually grouping them up and nestling them in like this, each group of 4 actually only counts as 1 towards that limitation. And then it just sort of like, as a hierarchy, it works its way down from there. And then we just have this last one, so I'm just going to go ahead and mark that up, and it's going to be easy enough to add the last 2, because they're building. Perfect. So we've got all these fleets. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then I just add them to Iota, just like that. Take a look at that. Excellent. So then they will fly over and land on the Harrower, and that's going to be super, super handy. I just need to leave open the one with only 1 in there. That's this guy. And then the moment these 2 are done, I'll just add them to Alpha Group. So they should already start flying. So if we take a look, sure enough, there they go, right? There they go. And we can even kind of get an idea what they look like with the live stream view. So there's basically 20 of these flying across the galaxy to land on the Harrower 2 and bring their ship count up to 78 on top of the 150 Diamond Boron cruise missiles and the 6 Raider 3s out there. You plan to produce until you have a garrison of quick replacement TIE Defenders. That would be a great idea. At the moment, it's not fully functional. It is, but it isn't. And let me show you what I mean. So I can't do it just yet, but I would love to. So right now we still have certain prerequisites for building the TIE Defender elites that are out of our reach. So this one is still building right now. And it seems like we're just building all of the weapon and missile component the redundancies out here that give us greater output and capacity. But one of the critical modules, the Durasteel plate production, is currently last in the build order, and that was an oversight on my part. I had it earlier, and because of certain circumstances, I ended up having to replace it at the end. And anytime you do something at the end, it pops it to the end of the build order. And all of this whole production is dependent upon having Durasteel plates on site. So what I've been doing is essentially delivering from our Durasteel plate factory right here and sending it just over here. So it's not too bad, but it's not fully automatic while we're doing other things, right? And I didn't feel like setting up a whole mule chain just to cover until it's built. So at the moment, Advanced Electronics online, Durasteel plates online, ship supplies is coming online to try to offset some of that 8+ million ship supply that we're paying every 30 minutes. Field coils and shield components are online, and when this Durasteel plate production is complete, then we will have access to advanced composites, weapon, and missile components in the tens of thousands. So that's going to be very nice, and then we should be able to have our supply mules or station mules just moving those goods right next door within sector. And then it's a matter of, like, we can turn on enable ship replacement and stuff like that, and I think it will continue to build. But yes, I'd like to get ahead of it. It's just we have some limitations. So speak of the devil, now that we're done with the TIE Defender elites, we can actually get the last 2 in, and we can be on our way, because in Iota Group, these are the last 2 that we needed to round this out. Have we filled up the launch bays entirely? No. But we at least have fighters where we didn't before, and all of these, not all of them have the missiles on, but they're good. Yeah, you can move it by moving other building in the queue. That'll make the last one move up. Oh, you mean like if I go to the factory here, I mean take them out and place them back. So like the next one in line, as an example, the missile component, I pop it off and then pop it back on. Oh, nice. Okay, great. Never mind. That helps out a great deal. Thank you so much. Okay, let's do that, because that'll at least make this thing partially functional sooner, right? I appreciate that tip. Thank you. I didn't know that. There we go. So we just grab all of these and pop them off and pop them back, and they keep getting bumped all the way to the end of the build order. That's excellent. What a tip. Look at that. Helping all the bunnies at the same time. Imperial large container. Let's drag that off, bump that back on, and now Durasteel is next in line. Confirm. Excellent. High five. Thank you very much. That's a great suggestion. Okay, with that in mind, that should be at least done within maybe like 30-40 minutes, because it takes like 20 to 25 minutes depending per module to build in real time. So we're going to head over to our Harrower 2, Double check the fleet. We are no longer hostile to the Galactic Empire. We will quick save because I don't want to be in a state where we're already hostile. Yeah. Look at the placements. The placements of what, Daniel? Check again. Some of the buildings you moved didn't pop back correctly. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Did I move them and they were like completely off? As soon as it finishes saving, we'll take a look. I had them in the blueprint. Okay, there we go. So, plan build here. Oh, see? Okay, there we go. Did I lose some of them? I might have lost... Yeah, I lost some of them, it seems like. Okay, so let's select, copy, place another one. Are they not appearing? They're like off here. That's kind of annoying. Oh, you know what it is? It's the plot. I need to extend the plot. That's what it is. That's the problem. Okay, I understand now. So, part of the thing with blueprints, when you use a blueprint and you load the plan, then you end up having a situation where the plot isn't necessarily large enough because it will just load no matter what. So it's a good way to, if you want to min-max and save on the license cost, but here we're out in unclaimed territory, so we don't have to worry about it. I just need to go here to fix it, and I'm going to go with extending the direction out to the rear, and then I will continue. And that's going to fix the issue, because all I have to do now, it was basically not allowing me to set these things because the box to set them in was not technically large enough. So when I loaded the plan, obviously that's a good indicator that I loaded a plan, because that allowed me to put these things down even when I didn't have the plot large enough. I'm actually going to place these towards the end as well so I can get that large container up in the order. There we go. Durasteel plate, Imperial large container, triple weapon component production, triple missile component production, and confirm. Thank you for spawning that, bunnies. I really appreciate that. Originally, I had these going back and forth, one weapon, then one missile, one weapon, one missile, etc., just to kind of keep the production marching forward at an even pace, but I mean, I don't care at this point, yeah? Yeah, thank you so much. I asked you so I would not get HB off track, but I appreciate him taking time to answer. Oh, thank you. I do get off track. You're very kind. You're very kind. All right, so with that fixed, let's go back to the Harrower 2. I will actually... Oh my god, that's a lot of fighters. Are they landing? I think they are. Looks like a Lancer frigate. Must have been some kind of Rebel or NRL influence out here. And I'm going to go ahead and save, and then we shall move, because we better get to the front line before anything else happens. At least we know in the background things are building correctly now thanks to the bunnies, and everything is mostly kosher. It's going to be really cool because as the time ticks on throughout the stream, our ship supply situation should be getting better. I would like to claim more territories, but a lot of the areas I want to claim are kind of far off to the sides, so we probably won't do that today, but it is something that we can attend to in the future. So Vakar, let's head out to Vakar. We can even join this allegiance class out here, so we'll just say fly and wait. Just double check. Recall subordinates. I will prioritize flying and waiting first, and I'm going to clear that recall subordinates because I'm sure the moment we get into position, all of our subordinates are going to be following, and we've got people flying from very far away, which means this Harrower should be moving at least at a good pace, right? So we've got 57 out of 101. We had 58 before. There's still some people docking, so this is perfectly fine. I will hop over so we can watch this move. Are you winning? I think so.
Jump completed.
I thought of how to lay a massive minefield of laser turrets. Oh, that sounds awesome, Lewis. I wish they had laser turrets in SWI. That would be super helpful, especially with that automated order for all of the miners to tell them to like escape and run and drop a turret. We can't do that here. I feel like we're playing a Wikipedia simulator until I realize what's going on. Never played this. Well, it's a giant space sandbox, and it's definitely very complicated, but very rewarding. So yeah, this should actually straighten out a lot of our formations. There's the Keldabi in the distance. Here we've got our provocator. That's the upgraded ISD-2, I'll call it. We've got the arrestor off on the side, and then I guess the other guys are probably still turning around the Vic-2s, the Lancer frigates, the new 546s, the other ISD-2. and they should all form up on us. And we're queuing to head on over out to Doran, which is on the way to Vakar, through Bilbringi, all the way to Vakar. And then we're at the edge of hostile territory, right? Have everyone carry a laser turret during escape and run, like you said, and have an interdictor ping them. Well, that's just it, is we don't have laser turrets in Star Wars Interworlds, so I can't do that. But I think you might be able to drop a mine, maybe, but you can't guarantee it's going to hit them, right? I guess that's the one problem. Maybe that makes sense why so many of the fighters, even the miners, have docks, right? So that you can have maybe like a couple of fighters instead of a laser turret. Maybe that's like the intermediary solution. And off we go. And then there's the gate right there. So we're forming up, kind of jockeying everyone into position. There we go, double Vix. And now we are through the gate and arriving in Doran. Excellent. It is positively massive. Positively massive. Now, mind you, I've done very, very minor modifications to this thing. So I'm really excited to see what's going to happen. So this is what I did. I actually went to a shipyard. It took forever to dock it, but I was able to reduce the ship mass and drag. I was able to increase damage output on one of the main heavy quad turbo lasers. I was able to increase the shield capacity but reduce the shield recharge rate, and I was able to increase the forward thrust while reducing other, other statistics for the engine. So it's going to be neat to see if it feels a little more responsive, able to move towards their siege targets a little bit sooner, a little bit faster, but more importantly, to actually have still that withering firepower that we do so expect, right? I'm all about those turrets. Oh yeah, I love the turrets so much. That's why I wish that they were here in SWI. Okay, so wow, that's pretty decent. I think our fleet has reached maybe a reasonable maximum. Before we need to consider it, maybe breaking it into a couple of fleets or something like that. But it kind of has a little bit of everything. I admit it's not super focused, but a nice representation, I think, of what could be. And we don't even have a single XXL yet, which just blows my mind. I really thought this was an XXL, but it's actually an XL, even though it's 2.4 kilometers long, which just blows my mind, yeah? It looks really cool. It really does, yeah? So we are now prepped at the edge of Doran. So we're at the southern end of Doran and approaching Bilbringi. And then after Bilbringi is Vakar, and that's the staging ground for our fight, right? Not maximum until you have 5 more of the Darth Harrower. Oh yes, that's right. Not maximum at all, because the Harrower 2 has a 5 ship build limit. So we have a 6 ship build limit. So we've got 1, and there's probably 5 more out there, yeah? Can you make even larger ships? Yes. Yes, we can. Absolutely we can. So with DABC, or Dreadnoughts and Battle Cruisers, so we're just going to go in and let them cruise in the background. You can head out to things like the Imperial Construction Facility, and you can make stuff like this, the Eclipse. So this is, I think, supposed to be the largest, at least size-wise, in the game. It's 1.7 billion to build it, and I don't even want to know what the plans are. And speaking of which, I've actually moved forward with the research, because usually down here you do a lot of the XXL research out here. And also, one of the bunnies asked me yesterday whether I got a Vestige of Fate. I got one. I finally got one by killing off a hero unit, so that was pretty cool. But I was finally able to complete, if I go over to the right side, I was finally able to complete the final teleportation range. So now we can jump anywhere we want. We no longer have to lay up back and forth all over the place. And since we've got 28 reputation with the Galactic Empire, that actually allows us to move forward and jump straight to their stations, and we can talk to the representative anytime that we want to get more blueprints. So pretty darn awesome, yeah? Would it make sense as you get larger and larger shield capacity, recharge rate would become more valuable, not less? Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I think one of the things that I find is that, so recharge rate, there's like a delay if you keep getting, well, I guess no. Yeah, no, I can see that, Daniel. I guess I'm not sure what's better at this point, because I haven't had enough in-game experience in order to determine that. I've been kind of leaning on having a larger capacity so that when we go up against stations, if we're at full, we can actually outlast the bombardment that we receive in return, so that we can actually continue to send all of our heavy guns towards the station, like kind of like a siege mentality. But absolutely, I see what you're talking about, especially with very, very large shield generators. There isn't that sort of like you keep getting hit and it delays you starting the recharge for your shields. It just keeps recharging all the time. So I totally see that. Yeah, it's like having you know, less capacity, but you're recharging so quickly that the enemy can't out damage your regen rate, right? And that's essentially invulnerability in a sense. So I get you. I'm not sure is my long answer to that, right? I'm not sure, but I will definitely keep that in mind, especially when we unlock the research for higher, I guess, rarities of modifications for our ships. And one thing I really want to do is actually unlock the heroic modifications, because they're huge, absolutely huge. I mean, if you're talking about modifications for recharge rate, etc., sometimes just switching over to the heroic mod in parallel to all of the mods to the mods, you end up with like 30 to 40% more recharge rate as well as capacity, which is just mind-bogglingly large. Yeah, that was my thought, that fights will drag as you get into bigger fights. Oh, absolutely. From a sustainability standpoint, I totally understand what you're saying, and to be perfectly honest, I'm not sure what the answer is. So here we are. We are now approaching Bakar. So let's actually pay attention to the map now. And it seems like we launched interceptors to deal with someone who was shooting on by, and we're gonna hop on through, and I suppose it would probably be a good idea, maybe we'll choke up right at the edge of our advanced satellite coverage to give us more warning, right? Because if we're on this side of the advanced satellite coverage, then in theory, anyone who enters the opposite side will actually have some warning-ish, right? As opposed to if they're right on top of us. Seems like right now the Harrower 2 is recalling subordinates. I'm gonna go ahead and bump up the priority with fly and wait, and we'll dip right through the gate. Everyone's still forming, everyone's landing again. People are still following the large train. I'm curious, actually, where the brand new TIE Defender elites are. I bet we've expended a ton of the concussion missiles already. There's an ISD-2. We can also take a look to see if there's a mission to fight into Palanhi. So there's the Mandalorian Death War. Here we are. Galactic Empire versus the New Republic War. Support a Galactic Empire patrol of Vakar. I suppose we could be in Vakar for a bit. I mean, that makes sense. They don't have one for a raid, but we can definitely patrol Vakar. But at the same time, I kind of want to send this up against other people. I guess they're definitely going to send more people here. So sure, we'll do that. Let's go in and accept. They're probably going to have us talk to somebody randomly, right? We've got to talk to someone on this defensive platform. So let's go in and grab Lord Vader's TIE Advanced, because it's probably the easiest one to track out here. And we'll go over to IOTA group. Actually, not on IOTA. I think we've got it on... I don't remember where I put him. Is it... Is it on our provocateur? It is. It is. Excellent. So we'll have Lord Vader land here, and then we'll just teleport over to... Actually, hang on. I'm sorry. Can I just teleport there now that I have 27 reputation? I can't... Oh my...
Jump completed. Vakar.
That makes it so much easier. My God. Wow. Forget landing Lord Vader's vessel. Okay, Vader, you can go back home. I forgot about that. I'm not used to that yet. I forgot I can just teleport wherever the heck I want. That's amazing. Yeah, jump. Yeah, we jumped right on over. That's amazing. That all of a sudden makes this less annoying. I have to admit, these Imperial Defense Platform land before you can start a big fight things while your people are fighting is, I find annoying, but now I don't find it as annoying because I can just teleport there, right? Excellent. I'd prefer if I didn't have to, but hey, you do what you gotta do. And now we're heading back on over to the Harrower 2. Excellent. My God.
Jump completed.
This is awesome. All right, so we started it. They want us to watch over the defensive platform. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We're going to go wherever we want to go. I figure let's post up here. So first we're going to form up here. And once we have everyone together, we shall slowly move on over to this gate and essentially blockade it, because people will come through, and then we can kind of see glimpses in the meantime, right, of how much firepower that we have. The nice thing is, before we push on over and start putting something to siege, I mean, we are still going to be waiting anyway. We might as well get paid for being in system and doing the Galactic Empire's work, right? So far, I think we have mostly everybody. Let's go in and do a roll call first. So Harrower 2 is right there. The Arrestor is close by. Double Lancer frigates are also close by. 546s, brand new BSS Sweet and Sour and BSS Sauce packet. I was hungry, what can I say? So, I mean, you know, they're saucy gents, yes. BSS Royal Dorito is here. BSS Spicy Dorito is here. Excellent, love that. BSS Opulence and BSS Brrt is right here. BSS This Is The Way, excellent. Oh, wow, we are all here. So what about all the fighters? Do we have all the fighters yet? Are we sitting above 58? We're sitting at 70. Okay, this is awesome. I think it is time to head on through. Let's make this happen. So I'm actually going to take over to make this a little bit smoother. Let's get in system and start that timer for the patrol, yeah? This is epic. Okay, so there we need to go. 16 kilometers. We're vectoring ourselves towards the objective. Nice thing is we're actually earning enough cash that even though our ship supplies are insufficient to cover all of the maintenance costs for this fleet, we are earning enough, kind of to, I would say, Daniel's point of we have enough financial regen in order to cover the DPS we are receiving from our maintenance fees. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? As in, we are earning enough cash passively. Well, I guess technically it's not passively, without my active involvement now, because we actually have a logistical train that we set up, but we are earning enough money passively. Oh, that's a hero thing, right? Oh, that's a hero vessel. Oh, it's the light maker. So this is actually what I killed in order to get the vestige of fate. And if you're curious what that is, if I go over to inventory, oh, you know what? I dropped it off. Never mind. I actually deposited it on our player HQ, but it drops this yellow item called the Vestige of Fate. And if you got a number of them, it allows you to do like heroic upgrades and stuff like that. So I was able to take it down only because it was all the way over in Empire territory and the Empire was swarming it and stopping it from getting away. So I turned around with this vessel, the Harrower 2, and then shot it once. I shot it once. It was awesome. Let's go. All right, we're gonna punch on through. Let's do it. I just had World of Warcraft PTSD when I heard DPS. Well, there you go. Yeah, you know, at least we don't have any DPS calculators, right? Superb aiming. Well, I mean, I'm thank you. I personally didn't do the aiming. My Miss Stephanie Reyes did, but you know what? You know, I like to take the credit for it. Shield recharge is always a good thing, but between the max capacity recharge rate, you want to go with max capacity. It definitely is helpful. Oh, look at that. We've got
Jump completed.
We've got the pyramid here. Oh, what? Did we hit something? Did we seriously? Oh, oh, wow. Okay, so none can defy Darth Hair. That's right, Anakitas. Apparently, we may have taken off 82% of his shields by travel driving into a lesser Star Destroyer. Whoops. Well, you know, there it is. My aim is not perfect, but he now has only 641,000 megajoules out of 3.5 million from this little impact. What does this look like in reality? We've got the hologram. I feel like I'm in Sniper Elite or something like that. But here is what it looks like. Yeah, that... that is not healthy. Now I understand why they keep going hostile with those immobilizers. But you know what? It's kind of like we were built for this, right? I mean, look at that. He's caught in this like notch right here. It's kind of like the Imperial capital ship version of wrestling. Yeah. This is how we grab them, right? We use this little notch cutout, and then we make sure that we manhandle them, bunny handle them in any direction that we want. It was all intentional. Maybe now he'll think twice about, you know, attacking us with immobilizers, right? I mean, we needed to send a message. Glad we did it. Are we the bad guys? I don't think so. My gosh, he's the bad guy for trying to start stuff with us, right? Right, bunnies? We're an empire now. We don't have to put up with this stuff. Episode 4 or 5, it looks like something that happened in Star Wars. It'll buff out, leave a knot on his windshield. Yes. Leave a huge knot on... Oh, my God. Okay, so apparently... Okay, there we go. That's a little better. Oh, is he lifeless now? Ooh, he has 0 shields. Okay, so... hey, okay, I didn't mean it. Are you okay, buddy? You still okay? You have 0. Okay, he's fine. Like I said, that'll buff out. He's just drifting in space now. Yeah, that's embarrassing. Anyway, okay, well, let's see. Are our guys through yet? Yeah, a lot of fighters coming on through. Excellent. Glad to see it. And we need to wait for everyone to join on us, and then we're going to push towards the jump beacon out here. I don't want to go directly to the jump beacon, but I definitely want to make sure that we have the positioning all set up. So we'll stage maybe here since I'm controlling it manually, right? Excellent. Well, Guy, talk to you later. I'm sure you'll be fine. Just give it a few hours and the concussion will wear off. I'm sure that's how that works. All right, off we go. Talk to you later, gentlemen. Make a hole. Yeah, let's... It's the smaller Star Destroyer fault. Standard rules. Might makes right on the high seas. Smaller vessels always move out of the way from large battleships. Yes, that's right. I'm glad that there were lessons of the high seas out here in space. This is... I don't know what he was thinking. Guy, I hope you learned your lesson. And maybe next time you'll think twice about getting in our way. We're faster, right? Maybe our mods allowed us to go faster than the AI was able to calculate. My goodness. Holy crap, we're like... Steve McQueen. We're like Steve McQueen or something. Yeah, we're like NASCAR out here. Let's go. 230 kilometers, and we shall position ourselves rightly so in a righteous manner. Excellent. Love this. Off we go. Engines are working just fine. So we're a little bit slower than we were. Now it's 6188. Well, actually, no, that's not true. We were at like, I think 5799. I think it's a combination of the mass reduction and the drag reduction, but also getting the forward thrust increase, but a reduction to our travel speed and our boost speed. So couple them together and it kind of evens itself out. Hold. Looks like we've got a YT 1300. Is that right? Yeah, YT 1300. Okay, they got a trader. Maybe we'll just park ourselves on the other side of this microchip factory so that we don't accidentally crash into it, right? Because that would just be wrong. Off we go. So spooling up. We just need to go a little bit further. Just a little further.
Autopilot engaged.
I do want to stop where we marked it on the map. And in the meantime, we'll go in and recalculate all of our assets and get some cash. Liquid 34, which got 5 more million. That's awesome. And then we'll let everyone join up and land and prep. And as long as we're here for 20 minutes, I mean, minutes have already passed, so it's totally fine. We're going to get paid for it, and we don't even have to move the fleet in order to do that. That's so cool. So here we go, 33 kilometers. Oh, there's one of our Lancer frigates, the BSS Swatter. I've got the BSS Swatter and the BSS Slaps. It's because I was thinking about flies, you know what I mean? And, you know, you swap flies out of the sky, and these guys are anti-fighter focused, so all of the horrible NRL flies and gnats come to our fleet, and then we go ahead and shoot them down with a 209 degree turning rotational speed and a 4,000 meter per second projectile speed. Okay, let's go ahead and... I don't know why we keep drifting away from my target. That doesn't seem right. And we are spooling up, but it keeps interrupting it by drifting. So let me just get that squared away, and we should get there in no time at all. I just want to be past the station, right? So here's 27. I know, another YT 1300. So anyone who's on board is going to launch like Pavlovian bunnies. And 15 and cut right here. And now we are at a distance of about 60 kilometers or so away from the jump gate out to Palani. That's great. Excellent. And if we look in front of us, we've got all of our Raider 3s. Oh my god, wow. They all launched. Holy crap, even they are bloodthirsty. So I've never seen these guys land. It seems like those 2 center docks right here are dedicated specifically for all of our medium vessels, right? Lancer to Bug Zapper Pipeline, that's right. So we are gonna hold here for now. We are currently racking up patrol time, which is great against the mission that we accepted before we move forward. And we're gonna let everyone settle down and get into formation. All of the vessels who are across the galaxy catch up, etc. And then we'll be staged and ready, and then we can push forward. And it's gonna be a lot better, I think, a better test. Oh my god, that really drew him out. Look at that. Hero Accuser, curious if we can also do a raid at the same time. Is that possible? I don't see anything about a raid. I mean, golly, talk about putting a blockade. They had the same idea, and they're doing a pretty decent job of it. They actually put heroic XXLs out there. So if you did want to see the XXL,
Accuser.
this is actually, no, this is not an XXL. I think this is a large. It's like a really jacked up Victory 2 out here. And then what else? They've got another heroic unit. Oh, someone jumped through the beacon. Oh my god. Wow, they're on the offensive. Wait, why can't we be part of your raid, sir? We're big enough. We're big enough now. I see Subnautica is going the same route as Borderlands or GTA. Third game will be Subnautica 2 later this year. Yeah, Subnautica 2 is coming out. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we still land in. Yep. Look at that. They're all sorting themselves out. 21 on each side here. Look at the ion cannon turrets. Oh, on the hero accuser. Is that what you're talking about? Probably the easiest way to see it is actually to head on over to the shipyard while we sort out our vessels. And we can go to buy ships. We can go over to large. And there's a hero. Oh, never mind. It is Excel. I stand corrected. Oh, never. Oh, here's the accuser. Here's the accuser. Wow. It's 975 million. Okay, I stand corrected. That is definitely not what I thought. So if we look at the turrets, heavy turbo laser can engage at 20 kilometers. Wow. XL turret. And then it's got heavy ion cannons, which are the exact variant of the ion cannon that we have on our vessel. Yeah. Midline. Yeah, Corey, that's exactly what's yelled to get people to move out of your way on a ship. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Okay, that's a far more impressive vessel than I thought. That is not a large. It is an XXL. Holy moly. It looks small from a distance, but then again, Bette Midler, you know, she transcends time and space and universes, so that's why it applies even here. Well, tell you what, double check. How are we doing? Everyone here? So roll call, roll call. So on the fleet, we've got Harrower 2 is present, Arrestor is present, the BSS Slaps and the BSS Swatter, both present on the edges. Class 546 Cruiser, the BSS Sauce Packet, BSS Sweet and Sour, excellent. BSS Royal Dorito, present. BSS Spicy Dorito, present. BSS Opulence, present. BSS Brrt, present. BSS This Is the Way, present. How many fighters landed and on board the Harrower 2? 73. Good enough. Good enough. So as far as I'm concerned, we are mostly all here. Just going to go ahead and accept all estimates, confirm, go back to the map. We're going to quick save because we actually all made it here without completely turning hostile to the entire empire all at once, right? So excellent, yeah. Did someone say turrets? Yes, yes. We actually have a decent number on the Harrower 2. We've got 80. That's right, we've got 80 of the turbo lasers, the ones like I think they're the dual turbo lasers, which are used against fighters within 4.4 kilometers or something like that. Yeah, all of these, the dual lasers, that's what it is. 8 groups of 10, so that's 80. And then we've got 9 groups, but it's really 8 groups, not including the cruise missile launcher. And then we've got, I don't remember how many of these are. It's a good volume. If I go to ship overview, it'll actually tell you the count. Yeah, 32 dual turbo lasers, 80 dual laser cannon turrets, and 45 heavy quad turbo lasers, and 8 diamond boron missile launchers to shoot cruise missiles. Speaking of which, we didn't shoot any yet, did we? Hopefully we still have our 150. Oh, we've shot 10 already? Oh, that's embarrassing. Did we shoot it randomly at passing YT 1300s? Yeah, those will never hit. I don't know what we were thinking. Well, we lost 10 of those already, right? All right, let's prep. How are we doing on our time right now? So if we look at the mission manager in our patrol, someone has to be in here for 4 minutes. What I might do, I could leave someone behind just to keep that timer going. I could get the Keldabe. Maybe we'll leave the Keldabe in system just to satisfy this requirement. So I'm going to go ahead and have him fly and wait right here. We're going to pull him out of our fleet and we'll be even more like Imperial as a fleet, right? So even though it's a very powerful vessel, we're going to leave this one behind. So remove your assignment for bombardment is no longer part of this fleet temporarily. And we'll have the Keldabe sit at the microchip factory so he's close by should we need him in a pinch. And then we'll go ahead and take the support Galactic Empire patrol and assign him to them. So you can have our Keldabe right now and our sister ship, it'll do. Oh yes, that's right, BSS, all of it, right? Good enough, excellent. So let's go ahead and assign the Keldabe. They have been assigned to the patrol, and that allows us to push on through to the other side and start some havoc. I dig it. So clear, fly and wait. Recalling subordinates I don't think is necessary, although I will give up the con just to see if that actually does anything. In theory, we should be good, right? I have to wait till Stephanie gets here. But she's taking her time. It's fine. She's a very relaxed and cool-headed captain. That's why I really like her. She's excellent and doesn't ever rush anywhere, no matter what the circumstances. Bridge is on fire, don't care. You know, battle is going poorly, don't care. And it really, really helps out in times of need. Well, it actually seems like we're all good, right? Everything is fine. Just double check here. All of these ships are just maybe just chilling out there because their leaders already landed and they don't have any initial follow-up orders. And just to double check, we don't have any raids that popped up. Negative. Okay, then let us go. So here we are. We are on our fleet screen. We're going to the Harrower 2. I'm going to go in and take the con, and we are going to cruise on forward. Ready. Stellar Imperial Officer training right there. Yeah, that's right. All right, 58 kilometers. 58 kilometers on the way. And while we're cruising, I can even head back to our Bunny League HQ, select build ships, and maybe build some more Defender Elites because we're probably going to need them, right? I mean, no reason. No reason. It's fine. Here, 20. We need Durasteel plates. Oh, 88.59. That's fine. Go ahead and confirm. All we need to do is go over here. We'll get our bulk transporter. They can move 6,000 of those plates at the same time. We'll go ahead and transfer these plates.
Waiting orders.
I want... Oh, we only have one? Wait, why do I only have one? Oh, you know what? Did I move them between facilities already? I forgot. I did do that, but how many do we have on board? If I actually look at our Durasteel plate, did we pick them up already? Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong screen. I need to look at Bunny HQ. It's possible the supply mule picked them up, right? Logical overview in Durasteel plates. We are here, and we have 366. No! Curious where they went. I've been holding on to them. I just adjusted this before the stream, so I made it so that we're not holding on to any but one plate. I'm just curious where they went. In theory, they were sold only to other bunnies, so that's interesting, yeah? There's only one thing she fears, that's hearing heavy breathing from behind her. Yes. Maybe it went to the advanced weapon and missile components section, right? If you look at Durasteel right now, because it has... Oh, it's completely full. But it's only 4,100. Oh, well, we'll let it sort it out. It'll sort it out of its own accord. Let's go ahead and travel drive up, and let's see what we got. We're going to hop on through to the other side to Palani. All while the Keldabe is holding down the fort for the patrol. And we're on the approach, and we should appear right here. We don't have an advanced satellite out here. I guess first stop's going to be the NRL ore refinery, or we can head all the way out to the south. But then we're going to be closer to the jump beacon. There's actually two. Maybe we'll target this first, the ore refinery instead, and be towards the north. All right, full cut.
Jump completed.
We are now on the other side. What is here? Nothing yet? Oh, there was a build storage, but things were busted. Oh, there's a microchip factory here. Okay, excellent. Let's go there. We can start on the very edge of the sector. That's excellent. All right, crank her over. On the approach. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. That's our Stephanie Reyes. She's super slow. She's super smooth. But not that fast. But I suppose if we interpret it as such, then yes, she's the fastest one around. She could give Vin Diesel a run for his money on Fast and the Furious 129. Are we... Actually, how far is this away? If I do a check, it's 158 kilometers. Okay, that's not too bad. Our butt is going to be to the enemy if they charge us with travel drive, so I'm probably going to want to shoot right past, do a 180. So maybe what I'll do is I'll overshoot, meaning I'll, instead of travel driving off to the right of the station, we'll move off to the left. And then that's going to allow us, when you do the 180, to actually either give the flank or give the front instead of, you know, giving the butt. So, so we are going to overshoot a little bit. So I'm not going to travel drive pointing to the right. I'm going to travel drive off to the left, and that's going to leave us closer to the jump gate if necessary. And actually, what is that in the distance? Is there two? I think I see two different structures. Is that right? So obviously we know we've got an NRL microchip factory here. And that's one thing. But I don't know if the bunnies see it. If I zoom in, this is going to go off. I see some type of structure out here. It's possible there's two different platforms. Maybe it's a defensive platform. So I think I'm going to aim to the left of that one. Charge in just to be safe. And then we'll see what's up. Because I have no idea what that is. It might be a defensive platform because it looks a little less dense. You know what I mean? It's super small. So until we actually pass our crosshair right over it, I won't really be able to zoom in and show you. Although, can I zoom and move it like this? Oh, I can. Nice. I didn't know I could do that. This thing. That's what I'm talking about. Right there. You see it? I don't know what that is. That is definitely another station of some kind. So let's angle that way. We'll go to the left of that. We'll shoot past it. And then we'll pull the 180 and then we can start the siege, right? Ooh, contact. Oh, but that's like a miner, I think. Yeah, that's an NRL or refinery miner or miner. All right, spooling up travel drive. Double check our position relative. Yeah, we've turned. The rest of our guys are going to follow. We're going to shoot off to the left and past and then turn around, which is going to have our front towards anyone who's coming to attack us. Okay, cross your fingers. I don't know what that is. There's a high-tech trader that just scrambled our fighters. But we're on the move. What is this? I mean, it should appear when we get close enough, and we're destroying asteroids if we make impact.
Unknown station.
Advanced composite factory. Okay, excellent. So relative to everything else, yeah, that's going to be the new target. So start guidance. That's the one. That's our target. We're stringing out fighters behind us. And let's shoot right on by. It's at 40 kilometers. It's now on the edge at 28, 23, 22.
Last order could not.
Cut. And now let's go in and crank it on over. And we'll get a new angle and then we'll start our approach.
Awaiting orders.
Yeah, TIE defenders, feel free to land if you can. Until the inevitable. Because we are adjacent. We're in the sector adjacent to Coruscant. So I would imagine we're going to get responses pretty quickly once we start the festivities. Or at least there's going to be a stream of reinforcements. Not something that we'd be able to sustain without being close to the jump gate so that we can leave if need be. Who are they attacking? They are attacking the YT-1300. Okay, yeah, so YT-1300 right next to the station. Hopefully they'll exercise caution, stay safe. And what I can do in the meantime, I'm sorry about pausing all the time. I'm going to go ahead and grab our repair fleet, the mobile bunny bar, and we're going to change their repair designation out to Vakar. And confirm, and that's going to move them just to the next system. So if we need to fall back, we can actually do so and still repair ourselves. They have a small amount of missile components. They don't have a ton, so it's going to be a little difficult to replenish torpedoes, but for straight repairs, very much possible, right?
You may live to regret that. Waiting orders.
All right, 34-4. And awaiting orders means they've destroyed the YT-1300 or it's out of our hair. At least for now, so that's great. And no TIE Defender elites showed up as destroyed. Let's go ahead and spool up. Travel mode charging, and we're going to start the siege, right? We want to make sure that we pitch the nose up because we've got turrets on the top and the bottom. And believe it or not, when I looked at the repair bay, actually in between this prong right here, there's turrets on the inside of that. So closing. Oh, something dinged us. What dinged us? Okay, starting to spool again. Something attacked us. Dropped us right out. There's the 546. Hold up. Who's here? Someone's here. We've got another YT-1300. We've got another YT-1300. So two YT-1300s. We've got Some X-Wings currently engaging our provocateur, including a Y-Wing, but that's a long probe, so no bombs as far as I'm aware yet. Hopefully, they should be able to fight their way to us as we start this siege. All right, here we go. Spooling up. There's our new 546, the BSS sauce packet.
Advanced composite factory.
I just don't want to crash into it. Come on, guy. Get out of the way, please. Get out of the way. Okay, excellent. Ready? 14. Cut. Cut. That was a little too far.
Striking.
So on this barrage, we've moved it to... Oh, look at all the cruise missiles. Holy God. Wow. I've never actually seen them fire. That's pretty awesome.
Awaiting orders.
Okay, hang tight here. How are we doing?
Why are you shooting?
Because you're the NRL. And we're wondering if we're truly the bad guys right now.
Awaiting orders.
Oh, look at that. We're actually attacking other people as well. Does that mean there's a capital ship nearby? Because they're supposed to focus on capital ships. There's a distress drone. It appears our fighters are fighting within the gunfire or the coverage of the microchip factory. And that's a lot of loot coming off this loot pinata. So right now in that salvo, we took out over 25%. We took 27% off this guy. Might want to disarm the cruise missiles until you see a capital ship. Yeah, I guess that's... It's really cool, though. It's really, really cool. Good point. I didn't think about that. How many missiles do we have left? We now have 132, so we shot 8 of them. That's one salvo because this is a group of 8. Gonna go ahead and disarm it. Didn't think to do that. Thank you so much for letting me know. And let us continue. Gonna go ahead and loot magnet up and grab as much as we are able. That's cash.
Awaiting
That's
orders.
stuff to sell. That could be worth millions. It could be alien omelets and alien eggs. You never know. Wow, 60% already. That's insane. We haven't even had the rest of our fleet attack yet. It's just straight off of the forward guns. Raider 3 is under attack from the composite factory. We'll go ahead and escape then, if it's from the factory itself. They have an insane range. They've got like, I think it's 16 to 17 kilometers, I think, for the forward guns. Oh, the missiles? That I don't know. I did not look at the missiles. Okay, so obviously the enemy is here. I'm seeing them on the radar. So right now, there's the composite factory. If we zoom out, there we go. So we've got multiple corvettes. We've got a patrol dreadnought closing in, and we've got a freighter. So the dreadnought's the big one, right? So let's go in and have our bombardment group. All the 546s, our brand new BSS sauce packet and sweet and sour, are already targeting the patrol dreadnought without us saying anything. That's awesome. We're going to give them the formal command, and we're going to get our Vic-2s to attack that thing as well. It looks like some of them are already on the job. I love to see it. That is excellent. And we're going to go back to bombarding. Actually, you know what? Since we're here, maybe we'll see it from his view and then see what he sees while we're bombarding this composite factory. Here we go. So here's the patrol dreadnought trying to stop us from destroying a composite factory. He doesn't seem to really understand what he's going up against. And I'm going to keep loot magneting this up. There we are right here. And he's launching Y-Wings, X-Wings. Raider 3 is being attacked by the factory again. Go ahead and escape. I don't want you up against the factory, actually.
Awaiting orders.
I guess he can stand off, right? Well, maybe we'll take a look at the corvettes instead. Oh my God. Wow. Wow, that was rather rapid indeed. Seems like we lost maybe one of our interceptors. We'll take a look at this gentleman here.
Awaiting.
A CR-90 Alpha. Oh, looks like he has a Vic-2 right on him. Oh my God. Well, actually, the Vic-2 is probably charging the Dreadnought right now. Is he on the Dreadnought at the moment? Yeah, that Vic-2 just snapped right by him and is focused directly on the Dreadnought. Awesome. Including some of the 546s. Really curious what they're up to. So here's the brand new 546, the BSS Sweet and Sour. And it should be able to engage with its main turbo laser. It is instructed to attack this Dreadnought right here.
Awaiting orders. orders.
Is it not attacking at all? It should.
Class
It says
546
attack NRL
cruiser.
patrol dreadnought. Oh, there it
Dreadnought
is.
class
There it is.
cruiser.
Okay, so I mean, it's tying it up. I don't know how much it is doing, but it's tying it up is what's important, and it has more durability than, let's say, like a fighter or something like that. So I'll take it. I'll take it. In the meantime, we are continuing to hammer this composite Oh!
Composite factory.
Okay, so we can't even attack it from this position anymore because we've destroyed everything in front of us. So we probably have to take off like a module or something on the back side of the factory. Okay, fair enough. Well, let's get to it. Otherwise, we're just sitting here not doing anything. All right, we got to maybe vector towards the next factory and do a drive-by.
Back up.
So we're going to go in and boost on by. Going around the right side. On the move.
Awaiting orders.
And we'll just kind of cruise here. Curious if there's anyone else coming after us. We've got to keep an eye on that, right? Oh my, the raiders are going straight after this. Okay, guys, not a good idea. Really not a good idea.
Striking.
Please remove all orders. Please return. You really don't want to take on an entire factory by yourself.
Awaiting orders.
Why don't you, like, head here in the meantime, yeah? Okay, we should be doing our drive-by.
Sorry.
Danger.
Something hit us.
Yeah, it's because you're attacking a factory on your own,
Awaiting
sir.
orders.
That's what. All right, let's boost.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, I think this is what we have to attack right here. So some of these guns should open up. All right, we'll vector left. I mean, worst comes to worst. Let's actually
Microchip
move here.
factory.
We'll target this one at 31 kilometers. We'll spool up already, and then we'll give orders to the ISD-2 to finish the job, because they'll find the right thing. They'll know exactly what it is.
Awaiting
So we're going to go ahead and
orders.
get our ISD-2, and we're also going to get the provocateur, and they're going to go ahead and focus on that refinery, unless it's down. Oh, it's down already. Okay, that would explain it. That would explain it. Let's go ahead and target the microchip factory, and it looks like this... I'm surprised the Defender Elites are holding out that long, probably because they've actually got shields, right? Off we go. They launch at the other factory because it may have a shot, a volley at you. Oh, gotcha. Well, let's get in there. Let's get in there. 28 kilometers.
Awaiting orders.
Cut. And in theory, I know they just fired a volley, which is probably why they're on cooldown, right? Yeah, there it is. There it is. Excellent. So now they're sitting at... We'll pitch up. And he's at 93%. So not all of our guns are on it. We might need a little bit of distance. I got a little close. Let's back that up.
Awaiting orders.
Right now he's sitting at 88%. ISD-2s should get involved, and we know they're here as soon as they send the stream of turbo lasers. So we have a raider next door. We haven't lost a raider yet. That's a plus.
Awaiting orders.
They tend to be a little on the fragile side sometimes. So Vic-2s are rejoining. There is one of the ISDs. That might be... Yep, that's the provocateur. So it's got more of the octuple barbette turbo lasers. This factory's at 80%, so 20% off. When the provocateur gets close, we'll see the stream of green. Just double check any reinforcements out here. Really makes me want to have a picket. So let's see. This raider is damaged at the moment. What is it up to? Dock and wait. That's on the Imperial Star Destroyer. Oh, it's going to dock and wait to repair on an Imperial Star Destroyer. Oh, that's kind of new. That's cool. I thought he'd come to us. I mean, good that he's doing that. I'm not going to interrupt that at all. That's actually good thinking on his part. You don't have to go to someone who's in the middle of all the gunfire. You can go to anyone with a medium dock and repair. We'll go ahead and keep sucking up all the loot gobbling it, as the bunnies would say. And we're going to keep up the bombardment, so he's at 78%. Now, there is the provocateur on the right side of the screen. And he should start to open up as soon as he's got the line. He's got to dip the nose a little bit, and then...
Awaiting orders.
He's got 10 plus 8 heavy ion cannons. And we're sitting at 12. Let's go ahead and cut engines now that we're at 12.5 kilometers. There we go. Now we're at a halt. I don't know if I'm actually hovering up any loot, so I want to cruise in, be around 10, so I'm going to go in and boost. I don't realize I was drifting. There we go. That's coming from the provocateur right now. And that means we should start to see the green. Come on, guy. You got this, I believe. Show us your potential. This is at 73%. Come on, my guy. Heavy ion cannons. They do have a longer range. There it is. And now that they're impacting, 71. Oh, that actually didn't do as much as I was hoping. It didn't do very much, actually. I've definitely seen it when we're behind the captain's chair. Quite an impressive drop. But you know what? That's fine. I'll take it. I don't know what he's actually targeting. He might be hitting production modules or something. So in front of us, we do have, I think, a YT-1300. There are the fighters.
Awaiting orders.
Yep, there he is. I don't know. Oh, wow. Is he bait for a trap? Look at that. He pulled himself right in the middle so our interceptors would have to go into the factory. Very impressive thinking on his part.
Awaiting.
And eventually to his own demise, but still very, very impressive. We're at 58%. And there are the streams. Now we've got the other ISD-2, the provocateur. They're all on it. We lost one Royal Guard interceptor. He doesn't have as many shields. A lot cheaper for sure. Not too bad. So he's down to 50%. This is definitely a larger facility, so definitely more to destroy here. And so far, so good. You can see on the radar tons and tons of materials and things all over the place. More loot just spilling out like crazy, like a piñata. And just to double check, why are they all gathering out here? Oh, they're going to the arrestor, that's why.
Awaiting orders.
Nobody coming after us. This is great. So next stop's going to be the other ore refinery. We'll hit that. We'll be closer to one of the jump beacons. I would imagine the one going to Coruscant is this one. So that's probably where the reinforcements are going to come from. So we'll hit their ore refineries and really slow down their progress. Right now we look, there's another YT-1300 and this base is down to 47%. 47%. We'll go in and dip the nose.
Awaiting orders.
And hang tight. 45.
Awaiting orders.
Come to think of it, I'm not shooting that much. My guess is the modules are on the other side still, yeah? You have another loot grabber ship like several streams back, or is that a bad idea in a contested zone? I could have another loot grabber. I could pull an acclimator or something like that behind, but it's a little far away at the moment. So I figure, you know, yeah, you know what? Why not? Why not? It's going to take them quite a while to get here. So I don't know if they're going to be able to do too much. Oh, look at that. More TIE Defender Elites coming online. Great. Let's add them to the mix. We'll just group add them like this. Just keep flooding this in because we're going to lose people at the same time, right? And I'll get maybe like our bulk transport acclimator, and then he can actually collect drops out here. He's currently many sectors away, but when he gets here, he'll get here. And then we'll just see how that goes. So maybe we'll get a little free loot out of it, right? Let's go around the left side, get a new angle. We know there's two ISD-2s on our right side, and they're hitting some modules out there that I cannot see from this side. So boosting. One TIE Defender Elite is down. Oh, that's one of Vader's personal TIE Defender Elites. Oh, that's troubling. Troubling at best. Probably because they're going straight up against this factory. There we go. Let's go in and turn it around. Got a good impact there. Sitting at 36%. We're definitely going to have to keep strafing no matter how slow it is. Yeah, it looks like the factory took it.
Microchip factory.
32. This is a plasma conductor factory. In a way, I'd like to hit that first, because then we're kind of staying along the edge near the jump gate within a certain radius. But in hitting this, we might get an attack from here and here, and they could be staged in all of these factories. I don't know. They're all pretty close together. We're probably gonna need a lot of crossfire, so we definitely want to hit them from this, like start on one end and work our way to the other, as opposed to going right down the middle. So let's finish the job here. We're at 24%. Not too shabby. And despite the fact we've lost 3 TIE Defender elites, we've just flooded in maybe like 8 or 9, right? So we're replenishing our losses as we go. Granted, they're not in the same organizational structure. I haven't used the enable ship replacement feature yet. There we go. Now we actually have an angle here. And it seems like we've got some hostiles. There's a freighter. There is the microchip facility. Oh, I guess it's just the freighter. Okay, fair enough. I mean, that's fine. Even if we're to get our BSS sauce packet and sweet and sour to attack that thing, that should be sufficient. So we'll have them focus right there. And off we go. It's almost relaxing. It's almost relaxing, despite the fact that half of our ship wants to shoot at that freighter. Yeah, we're not even shooting at the factory right now. We're all shooting at that guy. Oh, he's dead. Okay, well, he's dead. Okay, there it is. Excellent. Good job, guys. Good job. 15% remaining on our main target.
Awaiting orders.
I might let the ISD-2s have this one. So let's go ahead and just park ourselves right here. And let's choose our next target. Oh my god, there's so much loot everywhere. So we downed 2 factories. I do want to hit a refinery, but I think I'm going to start on the left side so that we can just keep working our way over to the gates as opposed to being caught out, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just select our Harrower 2. We're going to hit the plasma conductor factor. We're going to go off the right side, shoot past it, and then 180 so that we're facing the center of the sector. So let's go ahead and do that now. It's almost relaxing as a stream of green death destroy. It is, though. Don't you think? Is that our way of saying that we are the bad guys because I find this relaxing? I don't know.
Awaiting orders.
I mean, or maybe it just means that we're adaptable and we can thrive in any situation, no matter how chaotic. My goodness. All right, here we go. We manage an empire after all. I mean, obviously, we've got some management chops, no matter how poor they are. Oh, nice. We just got 2.2 million. My guess is from selling Rhydonium core. All right, we're going to try to spool up. They might shoot us, which will interrupt the spool, but I think they've got their hands full right now. They're at 12% underneath our ISD-2s. Keldabe's not about, so between the two of them, they're basically a Keldabe's output. A little bit more, possibly.
Striking.
Oh, hello. Oh, we've got fighters now. Where are they coming from? Double check. Ah, we've got a Nebulan. There's a Nebulan Charlie. Okay, so let's see. ISDs are at it. We're going to go ahead and get the 546s and the victories. Oh, they're already on it. I don't have to tell them anything. This is awesome. They're just doing exactly what I would ask them to do. That's excellent. Look at that. And the cool thing is the arresters running around with our 2 Lancer frigates, they should be able to handle the X-Wings on top of the like 160 to 70 TIE Defender elites and Royal Guard interceptors. So I'm just going to trust them. Oh, but we did get interrupted on our boost. So I'm going to boost and like manually boost and travel drive at the same time. Try to spool up if I can without them interrupting things. And my guess is, yeah, that's at 11% on the microchip factory behind us. And we'll keep boosting. And off we go. All right, so 290 kilometers. So we're crossing this entire sector to get to the opposite side. We assimilated the Empire to our Empire, more or less. Their culture adapts to serve ours. We are the Borg bunnies. That's why it's so relaxing. Oh boy, what is this? Okay, bunnies, we have a small problem. So MC-80L, they've got a Quasar with bombers, the B-Wings. They've got an MC-40 Alpha with X-Wing XJs, which are the next step to the T-70s. They've got a resupply vessel, but more importantly, they have a Hero Aurora. So I don't know what the Hero Aurora is, but I'm assuming since it's a heroic vessel, it's an XL heroic carrier. Okay. 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 Always knew we might come across something like this. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Brakes, pull back. Yeah, we need to be with the rest of our team. That's for sure. We just detected them here. We are a little strung out. Right now, I would like it if they finish the job here, but they've got 9% left. And we've got to let them crash on us. All of our fighters are behind us. And it's going to take that thing a while. Can we get it? Probably not, but if they bail, I will absolutely consider it for sure. Who's on the opposite side? The Keldabi, are you done with your job yet? How are we doing with the patrol? Talk to Boris. Excellent. So he's done with the job. He's done with the job. Okay, so we're going to claim the Keldabi back. I don't know if he's going to get here in time, but he's not too far away. It does take him a while to get anywhere. So we'll go ahead and add him over to Theta Group from Bombardment. That's excellent. We'll go ahead and minimize Iota Group. So now the Keldabi is going to join us, in theory. We've lost 4 fighters so far. We're about to lose plenty more because we're not together. And now that he's joined, I need to teleport over and finish that. Do we need to do it right now? No. HB, you don't have to do it right now. We need a new target. We're going to go in and make sure that if we had to target anybody first, it's probably the MC-80L, and then we focus here. There's other Corvettes, but I think naturally the 546s are going to pick that up. So I'm going to go in and get the Howard 2. We're going to go in and select the MC-80 Lima. Start guidance to that object. We'll go in and target that up so that we have that on the con. And let's see. I really need them to finish that. I'm going to let them join me naturally. That means a lot of these guys are just going to be running screen. We're going to have raiders that are moving to intercept, I'm sure. Okay, this is okay. This is fine. Here we go. Cut, cut, cut. Crank left. 55.
Awaiting orders.
What the heck is going on over here? Does anyone else see this? Is he currently like pulling a Top Gun or something? Yeah, the Raiders breakdancing. What is happening? I'm a little confused. Is he just trying to park himself? You know what? It's fine. We'll worry about that later. Yeah, okay, I think he righted himself. Excellent. I might have broken and smacked him one. That might be what it is, but I would imagine he'd have no shields if that's the case. He's been breakdancing since you travel drive. Oh, really? I didn't even notice it. Okay, how far away? 56 kilometers. We got a little time. We can vector. Little bit of time. No, guys, don't charge out of your own accord. I'm not going to try to control you, but please. Just maintain distance. Maintain vigilance. Come on, guys. We know that guy's got a ton of ships on it. That's an XL heroic carrier. He's got 2 million hull. All right, crank it. We'll let them come to us. Oh, thank you, Corey. You're right. Enable cruise missiles. And if we need to get out, there's also the jump gate. So this is totally fine. Cruise missiles have now been armed, holding. Double check position, double check the microchips. Looks like Corvettes are being hit already. That's great. Thin them out, thin them out. How much longer? 4%. They were at 9% while we turned, so that was 5% in that time. I'm not pushing towards them. Looks like we're scrambling raiders already. Looks like they're absorbing the B-wing. We've got a raider in the back line. That's good. And I guess they'll finish this, and then we'll double check. We'll double check. So I'm actually going to mouse over and target the microchip factory just to keep an eye on it while we keep an eye on the heroic fighters out here, right? So select and hold. You should be able to take them as long as you don't push. I'm not going to push. I'm not going to push. I need the rest of the team here.
Engaging.
So that microchip factory is at 3% right now. 2%. Probably 1. It's at 2 right now. Come on, guys. Finish up, please. There we go. 1%.
Awaiting orders.
Are we simulating the hero ship? If it is to be, then I absolutely will. But I need some of them to bail. They probably have like hundreds of elite veterans on board, so the chances of us just boarding it outright is like impossible almost. Let's see. So right now we've got all of our TIE Defender elites that have been assimilated. It looks like that factory is now down, so we should get everybody to retarget, right? This is for bombardment. They need to form on me anyway. These are 3 mediums. I'm gonna go in and have just double check, right? Interceptors, do you have any targets, or are you forming back? We will intercept as it goes. That's a distress drone. There's an X-wing. Don't worry about claiming any vessels right now. Okay, just hang tight until they come. So we're gonna stay in menu mode. Just double check. What's the
Awaiting
status? They are
orders.
turning towards us. I don't see the hero Aurora anymore, but everyone's forming on us. That's great. We're getting a shield of bodies here. Come on, collapse to us, collapse to us. That's right. I mean, these corvettes will just get swarmed if they try to start something, right? That is a Royal Guard interceptor, so he's nowhere near as hardy as the Defender elites. These guys are you recalling subordinates or what's going on here? All right, so corvettes in. Go ahead and attack that guy. He's right next door. You can stop what you're doing. We'll go ahead and clear those orders. Remove all orders. You are not docking. And you will attack right there. Excellent. Perfect. Handle that guy, please. They're drawing me towards the gate. Oh, there's the hero Aurora. Oh, the Keldabi. Okay, the Keldabi just jumped through. That's both good and not good because his butt is currently facing the hero Aurora. I think we need to push. Okay, so where's the rest of our guys? You know what? They need to tackle the MC-80. Actually, you know what? They're not going to get there in time for the MC-80. We'll handle the MC-80. Let's have them moved and vector towards the Aurora. The Keldabi's already here. He might as well engage. Let's have him hit the MC-40. He's right there. No point in waiting. Yeah. Go back through the gate. No, I think it's fine. I think we can push. I think we can push with this. They just dropped out that other Corvette, right? CR-90. Oh no, they shot past it is what they did. We've got the two 546s. We'll have the 546s come around the left side and start dealing with their large vessels. Start pinging away at them. I know that we've got, yeah, Lancer frigates can just follow. We've got the Arrestor. I mean, they're already doing anti-fighter. We have the second Victory 2. They're going back to handle the cruise. Nope, they don't need to do that. We need them to hit and bombard. So hit the Quasar. They're going to launch a lot of fighters. And then when it comes to the Provocateur, he's got all the scimitars, I believe. So just to double check, are the scimitars set? Or are they on the ISD-2? They're on the ISD-2. That's where they're at. Okay, let's go in and get those 4 scimitars. And we're start bombing runs on the hero. Right there. There you go. You got the focus. That's going to send 20 bombers towards the hero. And then we'll rush in and we're going to hit this guy right here. So that's our main target. All right, let's do it. Here we go. Spooling. Boosting.
MC-80
That's our target. MC-80 Lima. Keldabi's under attack. It's a battle hut cartel. 57. We're going to go ahead and aim a little bit high because we've got the bottom turrets. We'll cut under maybe 16. We'll cut at 16. 40 kilometers. 30 kilometers. 20, 16. Cut. Hold. We'll go ahead and give the order. Resist Keldabi. Resist Keldabi. Engaging. And I will initiate. I will say, please attack my current enemy because I want to focus fire. I don't want to just spread it around everywhere. And this is going to have the full might of the forward guns. So at least on the heavies, I'll just say attack my current enemy. Everything else can shoot somewhere else. And maybe the diamond boron missiles attack my current enemy. All right, here we go. Right now, this thing is at 100% shields, 100% hull on the Star Cruiser. Off we go.
Something hit us.
Yeah, something hit us. It's a heroic fleet. What do you think? All right, just keep pushing. Come on, guys. Come on, hang in there. Just a little longer, The rest of them are coming. Cruise missiles free. Yeah. Yep, she's ready. God, autosave, you're killing me right now. Did it take...
Incoming.
Okay. Off we go. Boost forward.
MC-80.
Our Raider's spinning.
Awaiting orders.
We can't focus on anything else. Just the MC-80. Doesn't matter if we lose people.
Very sorry, didn't mean to. Found something.
Right at 6 kilometers. Don't worry about the abandoned ship, sir. Their cruise missiles are impacting. God, his shields are insane. Absolutely insane. It looks like... Hold, is this the hero? This is the escort MC-48 that's going down, yeah? Our heroic units in the base mod just got in the game from watching this playthrough. I get to encounter one. They're part of Heroes for Star Wars Interworlds, so it's an additional mod on top of it. And welcome, Colt. All right, so that's How are we doing with the rest of them? Looks like the MC-40 is down. Oh, the Keldabi's about dead. Since it's the Keldabi and I don't have a way of getting another, this is the only one that I'm willing to reload for, because I literally can't get another Keldabi. Everything else I can kind of get again. The Keldabi, it's Mandalorian, so I don't have access to it. I wonder if that was a mistake pulling in the Keldabi into this, because I didn't think about them jumping right into the thick of things, and they were a lot faster than I thought. Okay, so unfortunately, I'm going to reload. I don't remember where I was, and I'm not going to bring the Keldabi in, because that is not one thing I'm willing to lose, because that's one of a kind in my playthrough, at least, right? So 6.5.10.57, this is at 13.01, 13.41 on Palani. So we'll go ahead and load from here. I don't know where this is, or where this is. I don't know where this is at the moment. I'm hoping the Keldabi's not involved already. If they are, I'm going to load even farther back, because I don't want it involved at all. Man, that's crazy. The MC-80 Lima right now, the shields on that are insane. I can only imagine what they are with the Aurora. I thought for sure a salvo from us would have dropped at least, I don't know, at least 15% of his shields or something like that. But it's still ticking at like 93%, which just blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. That's crazy. I mean, the bunnies did mention yesterday the Mon Calamari capital ships are known for their incredible shielding and defensive qualities. So I guess this is just all of that on display. We have a lot of bombardment to do, and I would have preferred it if we didn't have to charge in so early, but the Keldabi was under attack. So let's keep the Keldabi out of the fight. We'll stay staged. The rest of our ISD-2s are going to form on us, and we're going to go in together, ideally, right? We'll clean up any stragglers that come on in. That's talking about all of the Corvettes. When they charge while we're forming up, we'll take them out. That's fine. We'll intercept them. If the Aurora charges on us, that's fine. If they send fighters, that's fine. But we want to move our capital ships together, and we want to make sure that we're actually loosely in formation and keep our distance, because if we're not turned towards the enemy, we are at a disadvantage, because all of our guns face forward, and most of the time the AI will actually do like port broadsides or something, so we only have a bit of our firepower towards the enemy, and they can shoot in any direction mostly, right? My MC-75 got decimated by an Ascendancy fighter swarm. I haven't tried any other Mon Calamari ships. Oh my gosh, you've got quite a lot of tools available to you. I'm a little jealous. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, that's great news, Colt. Oh, thank you so much, Colt. High five. I believe we do as well. And if we are so lucky, we might even walk away with a ship. But that is a tertiary bonus. That's not the main focus, even though I would love it if this is the case. Here's the thing. We destroy the Aurora. In theory, we get another Vestige of Fate, right? And it's going to take 3 at a minimum in order to get heroic modifications. So that's huge. We're talking 30 to 50% more shields, more recharge rate, etc., etc. So it's a huge win to rack up hero kills in and of itself. So I'm counting my lucky stars right now. This is excellent, and a good opportunity to test our newly updated fleet for the Hunt Cartel. My god. If we already had the Keldabi by our side, that'd be different.
Something hit us.
Okay, hold. I paused. We're already engaged, and the Keldabi is being trashed right here. So it has 37% shields and being hit by the whole fleet simultaneously. So unfortunately, I can't use this one. So where are we at before that? That's 6.5. That's 2.2. It's pretty much the quick save, I think. All right, I'm going to do the quick save as it is. I don't remember where I quick saved, but it was a decent chunk back. It's possible we're still at the factories. Man, that really set us back quite a ways. I think this is almost like 30 minutes prior. So I think we're still fighting the factories at that point. At least we know what to prepare for, right? That's a huge win. If anything, maybe we divert the Keldabi sooner, right? The other autosave was before you got in sector. Oh, well, this one's not the autosave. This was a quick save. So that's very possible. I mean, kind of amazing, in my opinion, if we were able to clear out multiple enemy factories within 30 minutes. I'm kind of impressed with our fleet, actually. Let me pat myself on the back for that one. That's kind of awesome. Wow, we did a good job. But I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping that it took us longer and that this save is actually already in sector, and, you know, maybe we're involved with, let's say, the microchip factory. But I have a feeling you might be right. So cross your fingers. I guess we'll find out. We'll adapt to it, right? Worst comes to worst. the Keldabi will finish sooner than we think. We confirm there's no one at the jump gate, and we have him join sooner. I kind of let him slip my mind, and so therefore he could have been done for quite a while now, and I just didn't ever recall him until we were already under attack, or at least in a proximity threat, let's put it that way, right? Because we saw the heroic fleet, and then we tried to adapt to it, and next thing you know, we're charging in because we feel like we have to, instead of charging in because we feel like we're in a decent enough position where we can at least fight evenly on even ground. Because let me tell you, we have the turbo lasers on our side. That's going to be huge. We have all of the concussion missiles on our side to quickly wipe out fighters. That's going to be huge. We have the 546s. We have the Lancer frigates to do anti-fighter. That's going to be huge. So we have the scimitars. That's definitely huge. And obviously all of the interceptors are going to be able to cover them. So it's all one giant masterful support, right? Hey, Corey, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And hydrate it is. This time I'm going to bust out the water for you. I really appreciate it. High five. Thank you very, very much. Yeah. Feeling ready already. Thank you very much. Okay. We've got this. We've got this. Just like Colt said, we've got this. 99%. We'll pause as soon as we're in. Hang tight. Hey, any button to start? Thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Bunny League. It's very good to have you with us. High five and happy Thursday. All right, where are we at? Assess. What do we got? It is before we went into sector. So you are correct. We are like full rewind on this. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. We just need to make sure that our missiles are disabled, right? So let's go in and disable the missile launcher. That's all set. Keldabi should be assigned already unless he has not been. Looks like Keldabi has not been assigned to the patrol. So we'll go ahead and have him assigned. We will grab... Let's see. Let's eject him from our fleet. I actually don't even need to. Now that I think about it, I can actually eject a raider. Let's have a raider. We're going to remove them from our assignment. We'll keep the Keldabi with us. We'll take one of the raiders, and we can have them assigned. The raider, we constantly had to hold back anyway. That makes more sense to me. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. Let's go in and assign a ship, and we'll assign one of our 6 raiders. There you go. You are now assigned to patrol Vakar as we push on forward and do the deed. Let's go ahead and prep and go. Here we go.
Jump beacon.
On the move, spool up. You know where they are now. You could jump them before hitting the factories. True, but I don't know where they came from is the big issue. And in order to jump them, they're likely in the middle of all the factories. Do you know what I mean? Like, once we go in, let's say the heroic fleet, they travel drive, they appeared here. They weren't there before, right? Maybe they're here. Maybe they're here. If they're in the middle of all of these, I would try to draw them away anyway. I wouldn't want to engage them there because we're going to get hit in a crossfire of all of the different platforms. That's why I wanted to work the outside and then slowly attack, working our way in so we can isolate the guns and the gunfire we are about to receive. So I think it's still a good thing that we leave this free and open so that we can actually have them come to us. I think that would be ideal. So I think the only thing I'm going to do differently this time, instead of going up to the microchip factory first, I'm actually going to head out to the plasma conductor factory first, clear this one out, assess if anyone's at the jump beacon, start a slow movement out to the microchip factory, and there's another one that we didn't know about off to the left, and maybe we'll encounter them, and then we can stand off and engage, but it's more importantly, it's away from all of these guns. That's my thought process. I don't know if that's going to work out well or not, but we'll see. We'll see. So off we go. We're spooling up 57 kilometers. We're going to hop right on through the Keldabis with us this time. Our diamond boron cruise, that's a mouthful. The diamond boron cruise missiles have been disarmed for now until we need to engage. And we're going to crank right. Cut.
Jump.
Who's on us right now? We've got, a couple of Y-Wings. The long probe. Yeah, we got a long probe. We got a scout. And then we've got an E-Wing. That's nothing. So let's go in and vector right, and we'll just let whatever interceptors take care of business, right? Let's go in and collapse this so it's a little easier to modify. Kappa group, hold. And we're going to select the plasma conductor factory. That is our new target on screen.
Completed. Colony.
And we're at 187 kilometers. So we'll just crank it on over and then we'll start to spool. So we're under 90 degrees on the turn. And as soon as we get to about 45 on the radar, let's start spooling now. Here we go. Those things did like 1.5% hull per hit. It was a solid damage considering you have 8. Oh, true. Plus they look really cool. So ideally we would be travel driving over to the right side of this from our perspective. We'll shoot on by.
Engaging.
Actually, I think I started that a little early. Now I'm going to restart travel drive, so start over. It looks like we're launching Raider 3s. At least the 5 that we brought. You can see them on the left of our reticle right there. 5 Raider 3s. Moving to intercept that Y-Wing long probe, I think. And we're spooling, and we're hoping to shoot by on the right side of the plasma conductor factory. We'll blow by, let's say, like 30 to 40 kilometers. Cut and go a full 180 degrees and turn towards center sector, right? Not nukes, but satisfying all the same. It definitely is. Oh, they're going for the long probe. And good to see a Zest. Here, 120.
Immediate backup.
Wait a minute. What is this? Oh, for on the radar, this looked like a Zen and I. But I zoom in, it's definitely not. Okay, so it's just some patrol wing. Okay, there. That scared me. Oh, because you appeared. Yeah, you appeared. You said hello. Thanks so much for swinging on by.
Awaiting orders.
All right, we're going on in. There's the plasma conductor factory. Interceptors have been launched. We're just dropping them behind us. That's excellent. I think we're continuing to drop them out. There's a YT-1300M like the Millennium Falcon.
Awaiting orders.
Prep. And
Incoming missile.
Y-Wing long probe. I mean, we were going to cut here anyway. They dropped us out of travel drive. And let's go ahead and turn on in. Here we go. That'll do. You're talking with so much jargon, you'll soon be able to apply for... I am? For a space engineer? My goodness. Okay, so we've got a Corvette out there. On the right side, I believe. There's an X-Wing. 29.3.
Incoming missile.
I'm hoping the ISDs are coming to me.
Striking.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Zest. Okay, so we're about within 90 degrees of turn. You guys check out Murderbot? No, I haven't. Is that new, Compelled? And welcome.
Why are you shooting me?
Because you're evil. You know we've got Diamond Boron
Awaiting
cruise
orders.
missiles. It's got you in it. Is the check engine light? Yes, that's right. That basically means that our travel drive is temporarily disabled when it's yellow. Because we've been hit by enemy fire. There's our Keldabe right there across the bow. Our two 546s are silhouetted and eclipsing the sun. And there's our target at 30 kilometers. Going to start to spool. Plasma conductor factory. I can see 2 Y-Wings on our sensors right now. And we'll go ahead and start loot goblining it up. So spooling. I'll start to actually aim a little bit higher than the right side. Oh, nice. We got... Oh, cool. We got security bypass systems. That's great.
Acknowledged.
New series based off a book about a security bot that gains autonomy. Ooh, nice. Cut. Here we go. Guns firing. Guns away. Excellent. Let's go ahead and start this. So double check. Where are we at? Where's all... Oh, wow. Yeah, we started deploying a while ago, didn't we? There's an abandoned A-Wing as well. We'll get to all abandoned things later. We're not interested in that right now, believe it or not. There's an ISD-2. Go ahead and vector out. I kind of want him to join me and then attack it so that he's at least not completely outflanked here. So maybe I'll let them collapse a little bit first. Provocateur can get involved. We'll go ahead and say attack here. Oh, there's a silicon refinery right next door. So we haven't hit the outside of this, actually. So go in and just attack, and we'll let the other ISD close. And we should be able to finish these off a little more rapidly with the Keldabe here. While he's pretending to be a regular security bot for a team he's watching. Oh, that's cool. Never trust the check engine light, especially since it says the door is ajar. Who they got? Oh, nice. He's in Star Trek, or at least make-believe Star Trek. All right, dip up. So we should get the bottom turrets involved as well. I want to see those firing on the station. Station's at 84%. We've got the Provocateur coming in right behind us. Keldabi's probably cranking it on over as well. Obviously, he was close by. And right now we've got a Hutt mercenary is hostile. Why? I thought we were friendly with the Hutt pirates. Sorry. Well, they're dealing with him. I will tell you in secret, but I returned from doing physical activity. I can't make myself... Oh, thank you. Your CPU is saying, please no more, I'm tired. Yes, there's a lot of ships on the screen for sure. All right, 64%, that's excellent.
Awaiting orders.
There's the Provocateur. There's the Keldabe. I mean, at least we're not engaging two things at once. Let's go ahead and start loot gobbling. You can see on the radar here, there's a lot of things that we can grab, right? Hutt Cartel, Hutt Pirate are two different factions. Yeah, but I mean, the Hutt Pirates, we were actually in a better situation. I think we had plus 10 versus the, like, plus 9 of the Hutt Cartel, and that was HTP, so my assumption was that they were going to be in a better spot. Let's see, where are we at here? So we're being assaulted by corvettes. We've got a GS-80 behind us. I mean, honestly, all of our fighters can handle that. I'm not too worried about it. Let's just keep pushing on this guy. Keep assaulting it. You can see turbo lasers back here, so that means the ISD-2 is actually trying to hit their corvette there. So since I didn't assign him to directly attack, that's allowing him to engage them. So he's covering our rear, so that's perfect. We've got this. Oh wow, is he right behind us? Okay, please don't shoot. You're like, you're really close, you know. You might want to look how close that is. That's very close, guy.
Engaging.
It's okay. Well, as long as I don't move, it's not going to go anywhere I don't want it to, right? That boat takes a lot of time to turn. You recover after... Yes, I did. It took a lot, but I did. Absolutely. All right, so we're sitting at what? 7.2, 28%. We've almost down this thing. That's excellent. Still just a double check. We've got... Oh, Dreadnought made it behind us. We've got E-Wings. Well, we'll definitely have to turn a 180, but it's not as critical as the Hero Aurora, right? Just to double check. They're moving to dock? I mean, that's on auto, so that's fine. All right, off we go. 28. Just pitch up a tad. See if we keep shooting. If not, we'll start turning already. 25%. Abandoned E-Wing. Looks like we're attacking someone off to the right side. Okay, so just because we're controlling things, I am going to say attack my current enemy, and I'm going to get that prepped already because I know when we fight against the hero fleet, we're definitely going to want this. So I might as well do it now because I'm staying right on the Harrower 2 on our flagship. And I'm also going to say attack my current enemy for the cruise missiles. They're just going to stay disarmed is all. So let's see if they will continue to fire. If not, yeah, I'm seeing just a few shooting. Otherwise, I'm going to turn towards the reinforcements behind us. One Defender Elite has finally been dropped. We're not firing that much. So I'm going to go ahead and crank over to the next target. I think this thing is almost done anyway, and we have others assigned to it. 22%, that should be okay. Distressed drones, we've got a Dreadnought. I'm going to go ahead and turn and target the Dreadnought, and we're going to do a flyby. Yeah? So here we go. And then it's right on the Silicon Refinery. Our butt is going to be towards the hero, but I'm hoping we'll drop them out fast enough. So here's our target, and we're going to go ahead and crank it around. Off we go.
Orders.
So we have to do a full 180 for the most part. So it's going to take a little bit. I'm going to go in reverse, although I know there's a nose right behind me, so I'm actually pushing our... If I dip my nose, it'll raise my butt and hopefully keep him from getting stuck up there, right? Golly, our fleet's not always the best trained. We are part of the Hutt Cartel. We never went to the Imperial Academy. It's not my fault. Oh, heck yes, Sis Riddle. Heck yes. Crank it over. Come on. I guess we'll loot goblin it up while we're turning. And now we're sitting at about 90 degrees of turn remaining.
Awaiting orders.
And we do have... I think the factory's almost out. I can see just a sliver shaking on it. Got to keep turning. because I do want to get up right into that patrol dreadnought as soon as possible and get on the silicon refinery at the same time. There we go. There's the target. We'll start spooling. 78 kilometers. We're going to shoot off to the left side because our ISD-2 is kind of obfuscated. 76. All right.
Awaiting orders.
So we're aiming off the left side here, and I'll pitch up just a tad off midline. There we go. 70. 50.
Awaiting
30.
orders.
20. Cut. And hopefully we can open fire, right? There we go. Narrow cone. I don't know if I... Am I shooting at the same target here? That's a little better. A little better there. Okay, there. Those are actually going to connect. And then we'll see his shields drop, right? Excellent. There we go. 62. 57. We'll just cruise forward. Yeah, it's a lot of pew. Excellent. There goes the dreadnought. And 0. Perfect. All right, new target, refinery. And we're at 15 kilometers. There it is. So we can actually shoot from 15 kilometers away. We'll pitch up and get the bottom turrets involved. Okay, so while we're cruising, let me just get out here so it's not so loud, and then double check. So they did drop out that... Yep, they dropped out the target. That's fantastic. I'm going to let everyone come to us. Just double check. I have no idea on the jump beacon, so let's just take this thing out. We'll turn it around, and then we'll just form up again. Before we do anything, we'll form up again. I don't like that the raiders are engaged right now. I want them to preserve their shielding. So we're going to get all of the raiders. Actually, I can do that in Kappa. So I'm just going to grab all the raiders, and I'm going to have them force dock, right? Except, is one of the raiders... Did they finish this patrol? 14 minutes. Let me just double check which raider's out there. In theory, I assigned him. It's this one. And where is he on the roster, right? Just to double check. He's the one in the middle. So that's not the one I want to recover. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get these 4. Oh, wait, he's not even in it, right? It's this one. There it is. Okay, perfect. We'll get the 5 then. My bad. I totally forgot about that. I'm going to go ahead and force them to dock. I want them to preserve their shields as much as possible. So dock and wait. Do not deploy, police. And just to be sure, I'll go over... Well, actually, on Kappa, let me select the Harrower 2. And we're going to go to Kappa. And we're going to say docked. So we'll tell them, force them to dock. And we'll also tell them to dock all at the same time. Because they're getting torn apart too easily by the station. And here we go. Just keep cruising forward. We'll have... the rest of the cap ships get involved.
Striking.
Would you rather be able to fly or be invisible? Oh my goodness. I guess invisible.
Awaiting orders.
ISD-2, go in and attack.
Something hit us.
And I want the provocateur as well. Go ahead and attack that thing.
Awaiting orders.
Actually, since it keeps shaking, let me just zoom in here and we'll take care of that first. And then we're going to go ahead and get the Kaldambe. Forgot I can select down here. Just basically all 3 of the bombardment vessels outside of the VIX and attack. And then we'll just do that. There it is. Excellent. Invisible mostly because if I could fly, then my assumption is I would feel certain
Something hit us.
responsibilities, I suppose. And if I were invisible, no one would have any expectations of me. I know that sounds lazy, but...
Awaiting orders.
Might want to strafe your burn towards the rear of the sector edge. Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. So my plan is to hit this so hard with everything that we got. It's already down to 60%. Go ahead and run, Lancer Frigate. You barely have anything. And then when we wipe this out, immediately turn around, hold position, and just form in this spot, right? No worries. I don't mind. Honestly, you know what? I'd be invisible so you wouldn't even know I'm lame. Gotcha. There.
Awaiting orders.
Heck yes. All right, so far this guy's down. He was at 60%. He's down at 49% already. I do kind of want this frigate out of there. Oh, that's a miner. Oh, that's not ours. Never mind. For some reason, I thought that was one of our vessels. My bad. Gotcha, me. I'm kidding. All right, excellent. 48.
Striking.
Where are we at?
Awaiting
Any
orders.
enemy contact? Just miners. That's it. We don't have any sort of idea that there are heroic vessels out here. Okay, let's go ahead and just remove all orders here so that they resume their roles. Resume your duties. Excellent. And everyone is collapsing right here. This should start to fall very rapidly.
Awaiting orders.
So we're right within range. And they're coming on in. Oh, look at that. They're actually forming in the V. That's excellent. That is
Awaiting
excellent.
orders.
Got a 546 just plinking away. Keldabi is taking the point guard position. Not too shabby. I dig this. Even if we just gotta sit here and just watch it fall, that's totally fine.
Orders.
It's a me. Gotcha me. It's a me, Mario. My good friend Soljin would definitely understand that. There we go. Turbo lasers. Excellent. So those are hitting there at 38% now. Silicon refinery, definitely a little more dense. More modules to destroy. More HP to cut through. But we have significant guns, forward guns coming their way. Just make sure we're pitched in the right direction. We'll pitch up and cruise in a little at a time.
Awaiting orders.
Might need to hit the modules towards the backside. If any of the guns go off, that's a plus. And we might as well loot goblin it at the same time, right? Hold. 30%. I want to turn around as quickly as possible. The fact that we've got fighters docking is a good sign. Means that they're not aware of any threats at the moment, at least. We know they're out there. Okay, it doesn't seem like we're pulling any in, so... And we're not really shooting here. I'm gonna let them finish it. I'm gonna start turning now. So we'll crank that around. And we'll already start the turn, so our butt's not towards the enemy that we know is out there. Keep moving. I am curious though, where are we at with the patrol? So if we're looking at the patrol right now, it is sitting at 2 more minutes. We've got 2 more minutes on the patrol.
Awaiting orders.
We know when the hero arrived, it was already completed, that mission. It would be nice to just knock that out and recover the raider, but I might need to leave the raider in the other sector. I'm not too sure how useful it'll be, other than to detect the enemy. I mean, we can always send out one like Royal Guard interceptor just to see whether or not there's anyone there, because we didn't drop a satellite. I didn't think to. Almost there. Full 180. We do a lot of these, don't we? And I'm glad I can see the raiders, at least some of the raiders, 4 of the 6 currently docked in the front 2 docks there. Okay, hang tight for a second. How's our facing? We are almost fully turned around, and this silicon refinery is now sitting at 13%. Okay, excellent. Crank her over. Oh, one thing I didn't do. Did we ever send the Mon Calamari fleet? We didn't in this save. Okay, that's unfortunate. Let's at least start that travel time. We'll get the Mon Calamari fleet support. I did that, but I didn't save when I did it. So we'll go ahead and tell them that they should resupply in that sector right there. Just to double check we don't have anyone to send as replacements. And the Raider 3 currently has under 60 seconds remaining on the mission. So we'll just queue up
Awaiting orders.
as our target here. So we'll go Harrower 2. That's the target. Guidance to object so that we have it.
Jump.
Have our appropriate facing. Oh, what is that? We've got a patrol dreadnought. Okay, well, they're sending people to us piecemeal. That's good news. That is good news. So this is our target right now. Everyone's naturally going to focus on it. That's fantastic. So that's a target. And we are targeting, means our main heavy turbo lasers are actually going to engage it. We just got to crank it over. and he should come out of travel drive. So I'm going to go ahead and try to aim off a little farther to the right, because my assumption is he's moving left to right in relation to us. X-Wing and an A-Wing are coming closer.
Striking.
Yeah, he's probably vectoring to the right, so I'm already going to be pointing past him, so he'll enter our cone of fire. But we're not moving towards the gate. We refuse to move towards the gate. So keep cranking it over. We can actually rotate faster when we're zoomed out, but once we get the reticle on, then we can zoom in no problem, and I can see. Yeah, he's kind of moving off to the right slightly, just based off of facing and heading. So we'll aim out this way. So if he comes and picks up on travel drive, we'll move a little bit. Looks like the Vic might be pushing to him, which is I'm a little iffy on, but I don't think he'll overextend. Keldabi has facing off the left flank. Okay, he's already firing. Let's go ahead and just at least do a boost. We've got our Vic-2s and our 546s already closed with the target. I'm seeing heavy ion cannons firing. Looks like they're targeting the 546. That's the BSS sauce packet.
MC40A light
21
cruiser.
kilometers. Save. Okay, fair enough. Thank you. That's a good instinct. Thank you. Thank you so much, Corey. I appreciate it. So we haven't engaged the hero yet, so it's a good time to do it. So far, we've been mostly without incident-ish. We've lost 2 fighters. That's about it. I think 1 Royal Guard Interceptor and 1 TIE Defender Elite. And I believe right now the Raider 3 that we assigned is currently finishing up the patrol mission. So if we wanted to, I might hop over momentarily just because we can teleport around. We need to be within 16 kilometers for forward guns to fire. Or even 17 potentially. Yeah, it's 16. And let's pitch up. There we go. Yep. There she is. Pitch up, pitch up. Excellent. That is a clear of the dreadnought. Fantastic. All right, hold and cut. Double check the quest, and it looks like it has been completed. That is excellent. Okay, bunnies, let's go ahead and give up the con for a moment. We'll give up the con. We'll give it to Stephanie Reyes. I'm going to go ahead and hold. We will give orders to the fleet, and we'll just have them move forward a little bit just to kind of initiate V-shaped formation. So we'll have them move just right there and square off. Oh, that doesn't look right. Is Harrower true? Oh, that's because flying waits elsewhere. Cut that out. Cut out recall subordinates, and we'll just make sure that that holds. Yep, looks good. Hang tight. We'll just reposition it here, so they're facing off towards the gate. And then I'm gonna go ahead and teleport out to the defensive platform right in the middle, right here. What I will do is get this raider. We're going to. He's fly and wait, follow ship. I'm gonna go ahead and delete here. And we'll have him post right here, but not come through the gate because I have no idea what's there yet. What I could do is grab a single interceptor. That's a Royal Guard interceptor. He's cheaper. And we'll have Jared head past here and then fly right on back. Scouting Imperial style. Imperial style. I don't know if he's going to make it, but hopefully he will. He does cost 680,000. You know how that goes. All right, off we go. Hopping over to the defensive platform. Let's go ahead and turn this in. We need to go here. Actually, hang tight. I don't know why I'm drifting here. Hang tight. Hold. Pause. Is this active? Set to active. There it is. Okay, excellent. Now we select Boris. Oh, hang on, Boris. Something's drifting here. Excellent.
Awaiting orders.
All right, off we go. Hey, Boris. We're good to go. I'll talk to you later. I'm kind of busy right now. Probably like 300,000, right? Yeah, 367,000. Thank you so much. Talk to you later. Okay, let's get back. So we look. He's almost there. No idea yet. No idea. We got to hop over to the Harrower. The Bunny Empire is an important assignment for you. It's very important.
Jump
It's not a
completed.
lie. It's not a lie. It is very important. I'm not seeing him at the Hero Aurora location yet. Let's hold. Hang tight. Okay, there's a ping. What is that? What is that? Negative here. No contact. No contact. Okay, we're going to reclaim the Raider. Raider's going to be in Kappa group. That should call him in right here. Perfect. And I'm going to have him absolutely try to dock and wait because he might fly through and accidentally intercept, right? So let's have him dock and wait as the follow-up right there. Cancel the fly and wait. And let's go in and start collapsing all of our cap ships. We've got Vic 2, BSS Spicy Dorito, the ISD 2, the Provocateur, the Keldabe, Kappa to collapse. And then for our Harrower 2, we'll go in and remove fly and wait. Looking good. Okay, let's square off.
Joining squad.
Oh, last thing. Make sure that we have this as a target, the jump beacon. So that's going to be a reference point. Hold. And here, I'm going to go ahead and delete his orders, and he will naturally return. All right, we got it. Perfect. Square off.
Bakar.
Obviously, we were able to destroy 2 factories. Well, actually, no, we did here as well. We did destroy 2 factories. I didn't know about the silicon refinery. So I'm going to square off. There it is. And then I'm going to cut all engines. Let's recover everybody. I want a formation here. We need to do a roll call. We need to make sure everyone's facing the right way. All the good stuff, right? I suppose we can also pull in loot while we're at it. Looks like... Oh, that's the E-Wing. It looks like someone was damaged at first. So what I could do is we can right-click, resupply and repair all docked ships. Raiders do not require it. Looks like our smalls, maybe. 62 TIE Defender Elites, some, 2 of them. 2 of them require some repair. And do I want concussion missiles? Can we do it? We are short 98 missile components. If I drop it down to, let's say, 8, that's 56. Drop that down further. 28. Can I have any concussion missiles? 7. Negative. Okay, that's fine. I think... So the big issue I'm seeing at the moment is that I don't want to remove the concussion missiles that are already there. So I'm going to cancel this for a moment, even though we're doing the repair. I know only 2 of them are damaged at the moment, so that's not too bad. I don't feel like picking through each one of them and eyeballing it, so I'm just going to let that be. Let's go in and pull in the loot, get some cash. Excellent. And hold. Okay, perfect. Everyone squaring off. Yeah, it looks like they're repositioning. This ISD-2 is turned around. This frigate, you returning? Yeah, they should be getting into formation. Just double check our formation. It is V-shape. Vic-2. I mean, we can see whether they can do resupply and repair. I know that they actually have materials on board. 19, negative on the repairs, although 3 flares. Let's hold on that. And then we're going to go ahead and double check. There's 546, 546. There's the other Victory 2, resupply, repair. 19, he's good as well. So both Vic 2s are clear with the Royal Guard interceptors. Provocateur, resupply, repair. 44 TIE Defender Elite, we are clear. I don't want to pull off the concussion missiles. And then Keldabi's fine. And BSS Opulence, resupply, repair. All the bombers. We lost 2 bombers, it looks like. And then we've got 22 TIE Defender Elites. There are some with damage. And just to double check, we come in with light concussion missiles, and they can actually do it fantastic. So they're going to get 134 light concussion missiles distributed on the Star Destroyer, just to double check if the scimitars need a rearm. Hold. 18 scimitars. And we're looking medium proton torpedoes. We are missing 835 missile components, so I'm going to hold on that. So negative. We don't have the materials. It's all on our repair vessel in the other system. Arresters, do you have any Royal Guard that you want to repair? Now's the time. We're good here. Okay, we're mostly clear. We're mostly clear. We didn't really suffer too much. That's great news already. In theory, we could claim these 2 vessels and then sell them for cash. I might do that while we have the opportunity before these things get blasted. So we'll actually get the Class 546. And we... actually, not the Class 546. We'll get the ISD-2. Claim here. And we will also claim there. So he's going to send 2 boarding pods out. And they have been deployed. 2 boarding pods, 2 vessels as far as we're aware. Excellent. Okay, quick save. Here we go. I don't know what's out there. We just need to zoom in, keep an eye out, and we'll cruise towards that objective. We're going to cruise towards the jump beacon. We're not going to travel drive it in. And we're going to move together in a V. And then when we detect the enemy, we'll assess where we're at. I don't know if they're going to be there now. It's possible that they're going to drive us towards, you know, these factories first. What we can do is see if there's anything else on sensors. Long range ping. And then we'll move into cruising speed. We'll go back to normal. Double check here. So there is in fact that station we knew about. I don't see any new ones popping up. All right. I think I've delayed enough. I'm a little scared, so... Let's at least boost. Here we go. So we're moving in. 320, 324, 325, 326, and we've hit ceiling. We're 234 kilometers out, so yeah, maybe we will travel drive. So we'll start spooling up. We just need to be ready to cut out, right? Kildabi's on the left. I mean, everyone for the most part. They will be facing the right direction when the time is right. So they're going to follow us in. We just need to cut the moment we hear a ping or see anything red at all on the radar. We'll aim a little bit high. You do have a trader assigned to trade for auxiliary, so they can keep supplies topped off for repairs and restocks. Yes, I do. But the auxiliary's in the previous sector. We'd have to get to the jump beacon and pass through it safely in order to do a full restock. But we're not too depleted, actually. We're not too depleted, so I think we're okay. 150. No contact. 110. No contact. What is that? Actually, what is that? Oh, is that an Architons? Is that... Oh, it's not even in sensor range yet. I mean, I see it, but... That looks like an Architons, if that's how it's said. Why is that? Or something. Do I see anything in the distance? Because usually we can see with our eyes before anything else, right?
Acclimator
That's a
one
wreck.
transport.
That is not a wreck. That's live. That's moving. Okay. Close little at time. We'll also let our buddies catch up here. Yep, they're popping up on radar, so they're coming out of travel drive. Right now we're at 70 kilometers. I can't really select it. No way that is a wreck. That is totally not a wreck. Why can't I select it?
Unknown ship.
Unknown ship. Yeah, I see that. Oh, okay. It flagged as red, but it's not showing on radar yet. So right here, unknown ship is marked as red on the radar. Okay, quick save. This is as far out as we can possibly be with sort of like identifying it as hostile without identifying it. It's a strike. Really? Why didn't we see that before? Ping it. NRL XX. Oh my god. All right. That's not good. If we ping it, will it identify? I'm not sure. I've never pinged to identify. I only pinged to identify a potential curiosity for me to investigate. We'll try the ping. Long range scan. Ping out. Does that work? Scan mode. Negative. Okay. Okay. So he's 90 kilometers. 90 kilometers. Has everyone formed on me yet? Guys, I need you on my back here. Okay, E-Wings. I'm going to sell this while I still have the opportunity. Let's get some cash because we might need it. You never know. We'll sell to Kuwait drive yards. They usually like to pay me top dollar. 173. That's barely anything. I'll take it. You can have these E-Wings. I don't particularly want them. Sell here. Excellent. Sell. That's about 300,000. I'll take it. It's like doing the quest again, right? Hold. Power 2. Select. And is it on sensors yet? It's not on sensors yet. Okay. Not on sensors yet. Our frigate is slowly getting its shields back. Everyone's trying to get into formation. Well, let's just mosey on in. It's like 90 kilometers out. I probably, if anything, I want to aim to the right. What is that?
X-Wing
X-Wing.
T-65B.
So I'm going to aim towards the rear. Maybe we can get around it, right? Maybe we can get around it as soon as we can see what it
Unknown
is.
Ship. X-Wing T-65B.
So he's the only hostile that we have on sensors. We've got a CR-90 Alpha. I have half a mind to let all of his fighters come to me one by one. But
Unknown ship.
I don't know what his engagement range is. We have to be close. Let's put it that way. Might want to hold your fighters so they don't rush to their death. Okay. Well, we are going to have to stay docked, right? So interception, stay docked on our Iota. And it seems like I'm going to hold with Iota. I'm going to hold with the Provocateur. And I'm going to hold with the ISD-2, basically the Defender Elites. I'm going to let the Royal Guard Interceptors fly. So there is Iota will dock here. And for the ISD-2, especially the bombardment, I want them docked. I don't want to send them. So dock here, dock there, and we'll let all the Royal Guard go. If it works like radar or sonar, if you hear your ping twice the distance, you can see it from your ping. Of course, it's not like that in the game, which is why you are careful in war with a ping. Undock when stuff pops up. You got it. You got it. Fair enough. Here we go. Just cruising in.
CR-90A.
53 kilometers. Just to double check. Let's arm. Diamond boron missiles are now armed. Attack current enemy perfect. So whoever we're targeting. I am seeing fighters in the distance. Is that us? That looks like us. Those are ours. TIE Defender Elites have launched. From where? I thought I said docked, guys. Really, guys? Really? Is this what we call discipline here? All right. You know, guys, you're killing me, Smalls. Can we? I did check dock. You know what? It is what it is. I'm not gonna stop them. Come on, guys. I mean, they're starting things off. I smell blood. I know. Well, here we go. We're spooling. Travel drive. 51.
Unknown ship.
Still unknown at 79. So we're going to vector on that first. We're going to go ahead and try to get around the rear. But I'm not going to overshoot because it takes us too long to rotate. So we're going to come in at an angle, at least come in on the flank. That should cut his guns in half, in theory. I don't know where they are. All right, we're headed in. Contact XXL Strident class Star Defender. You are correct. So just quick check here. What exactly is this? New Republic Corellian Engineering Corporation. License build limit 2 in the entire game. Okay. Encyclopedia. The Strident class Star Defender is an XXL warship used by the New Republic Defense Fleet produced by CEC. Okay, that doesn't tell me too much. Anything else? 10 million hull... What? 10 million hull integrity. Okay, we need to lose scimitars now. I'm not getting through all that without their help. Holy God. How are we supposed to... I mean, we have no XXLs versus that thing. Does that say 10? Yes, it does. Only that... Mind you, that does not include everything else we've got to fight. That thing alone has 10 million hull. Okay. So let's see. I held on the Provocateur. We are not holding any longer. I take that back. Everything is launched. We saved before this, so... If we need to reload and go around, that's fine, but everything is now launched. Go. Power 2. I'm at least curious if we can grind that thing down. So I want the ISD-2, the BSS Opulence. I'm going to get all scimitar wings. And we're going to go ahead and say attack that right there. There we go. ISD-2, the Keldabi, and the Provocateur are going to attack here. Right on target. So focus in. We're going to have these bombardment groups. They're going to attack, let's say, the Nebula right here. Maybe attack multiple objects. So that gentleman. And then the arrestor can handle interception. And I think everyone else is all fire at will. Okay, here we go. So I need to cut within about 30 and then boost in under 16 and then hope the shields last. Here we go. 50.
Confirmed.
40. 30.
You call
We're towards the back. Cut, cut, cut. All right, crank it over, crank it over.
We're taking hits.
Come on, guys. We're gonna start cruising constantly towards the rear. Countermeasures, countermeasures. Oh my God, that's a lot of heavy.
Danger.
Oh boy, our shields are dropping. We have 4.5 million shields or something like that. Engines are down. All right, let's pitch up, pitch up. We need all the turrets firing. Let's go in and, heck, I'm gonna, nope, nope, nope. Just, I mean, right now you can't even use your cruise drive. Holy crap. Lancer frigate under attack. Resist, resist. Cruise missiles are firing. Come on, come on, come on. Where are the scimitars? Shield's almost down. Wow, this is insane. Countermeasures, countermeasures. Ramming speed. Yeah, I can't even move. Okay, we're moving, we're moving. Let's boost past it. Oh, we can't boost. We can't boost. We've been disabled. So I'm just curious, what else is here? So obviously, this is us next to that. This is our biggest ship. That's how big that is. That is amazing. That is amazing. So we've got a Nebulan behind us. We've got a frigate trying to take on a CR-90. And then everyone, bombers are on the way. This is absolutely ludicrous. And it looks like our guys are still far out. Maybe we should have let the bombers close with it first. Either way, wow. Obviously, we're not getting out of here. Check hull, see what you were able to do to it. Well, we haven't really hit the hull yet, right? 97%. We don't have like railguns and stuff. The scimitars haven't landed yet. They're still making their bombing run. Countermeasures. All shields are down. Wow, this is insane. Definitely need to give it some space, I think, and let the bombers do this first. We're definitely going down. I don't care about the abandoned X-wing. Holy God. Frame rate is tanking.
Danger.
Yeah, the cruise missiles. We're trying to pitch up.
Incoming missile.
Wow.
Very sorry.
I probably need to be out of sector.
Incoming missile.
But I kind of want to see this. So
Danger.
our ship is almost destroyed.
Hull
They're sitting at
critical.
48% shields, 93% hull. There's a Nebulan Charlie.
Was not a good idea.
Wow. Cruise missiles away.
Incoming missile.
There's our
Victory 2 Star Destroyer.
Vic 2.
Strident
Okay, I want to see this because we're going to lose this vessel. So obviously I'm going to load back, but I'm just curious. So we lost
Emergency
our
eject
Harrower 2.
successful.
Let's go ahead and see this guy here. You'll need like 5 to 6 to take it down. I mean, we'll see, yeah? Just curious. Bombers have made first pass. Yeah, no kidding. All right, take a look. What do we got? What do we got?
We found
Here they
something
are.
out here.
Oh, that's not it. That's not it. Found an abandoned ship, huh? Is that the one? Hang tight. Hold. Having some trouble here. Select. F3. Oh, wow. It doesn't want to... Maybe it's because I'm in the spacesuit right now? Well, I mean, I can see it from here. I suppose I can maybe hop on over to, like, the Keldabe or something. It's so small in comparison. Look at the size difference. That's the Keldabe. It's gone all wonky. Yeah, no kidding. You know what? As much as I hate this, I might have to be out of sector because I don't know if my computer can handle it, right? So I'm going to jump over to the Mon Calamari fleet support, and then we'll watch it like sort of RTS style. So let's hop out of sector so that this will actually sort of run.
Jump completed.
We'll get inside the war room. All right, double check. Let's see. What do we got out here? So here it is. We can monitor this. We can go live stream view. In theory, no, we don't have live stream view as an option. Provocator is already focused. Maybe we take a look at it from here. What about from the Keldabe standpoint? Can we live stream view? No, we can't. Probably because of the sector that we're in. Yeah, you're able to hit it pretty good. Half shields and 1 P. Yeah.
Out here.
or we'll let it roll. So it's at 89% hull, 42% shields. God, look at this. That is insane. And to think that there is an entire legendary XXL heroic fleet out there as a boss fight or something like that in Fuerza, right? Can you imagine? This is us against one of these. Distress drones out here. If we actually look at our fleet, what is left, right? Let's collapse this here. That's the VIX, the ISD-2, the Keldabe, Iota, Alpha, Kappa. Excellent. Pretty much the only thing that has really been destroyed is the Harrower 2. All of the other capital ships are still okay-ish. I have half a mind to reload and try this again, but we let our people move in and then see what happens. Because you can see how the ISD-2s are slowly collapsing with the engagement. Obviously, the Keldabe is going to have to get close to attack. He's about to drop out, so he's currently at 44% hull, and he's getting focused. Now he's at 19, 18, and he's going to be gone very, very soon. So there he is. Keldabe is now down. We've taken down his shields to 16%, 77% remaining. If your entire fleet was able to coordinate on it, you might have got it to about 50%, especially with the turbo laser barrage, right? You can see Vic-2s made it around the opposite side, so 2 Vic-2s are at least above and mostly to the left. We've got our 2 ISD-2, the Provocateur, and the ISD-2 right behind. Then we've got Raiders kind of interspersed here. We've got Vader's TIE Advanced. He's 100%, very, very, very resilient he is. The Arrester's wading through the thick of it, taking out all of the Corvettes. You can see all of the fighters working them down. And his shields are down. His hull's at 72%. Scimitars continue to bombard. I think we might actually have all of our Scimitars, which kind of blows my mind, right? So if we take a look at our ISD-2 here. Yep, we've got 4 wings, so that's 18, because we were already down 2. I don't think any of them have dropped out, which is excellent. So they continue to bombard, and it's at 62%. Worst comes to worst, we send just the Scimitars on a wave from very far away and see what happens along with all of the fighters. I mean, that naturally move to intercept. I mean, we might lose them, but we might be able to soften him up significantly. He's down to 50% now. 50% hull, 0 shields. This might be dual view coming in from the right side. Or what will the loot be? I have no idea. I don't even know if there is loot, right? It's just, this is a bump in the way, right? 42%. Man, that is a swarm. Look at that. And I might have to RTS this, if I'm perfectly honest, because I have a feeling I may not be able to view this too well. We may lose like 2 Vic-2s, lose the Keldabe, etc., etc. I don't know if the Keldabe's contribution is worth it since it can't engage outside of a certain range. So I might have it like position and hold. All the other ISDs, especially the 2 main ISD-2s, can kind of keep their distance. Now they're shooting it in the butt. And this thing is going to fall. 18% have 1 squadron target the turrets on the monster. Oh, I didn't think about that. I did not think about that at all. I don't know if that works or not. I mean, I would imagine that the bombers would probably be the ones who have the best chance, or the TIE Defender elites with the concussion missiles. I mean, they're the only ones with missiles. They're not carrying proton torpedoes. Last a bit longer. Maybe. Maybe when someone's getting low like that Vic-2. So they popped the Vic-2. But this guy's about to go down 6%, 5%. %. Wow. We have quite a volume of firepower here. And 1%, this thing is going down. And we are taking out the rare Moby Dick. No, she doesn't. She doesn't. Maybe it's compensation. And there it is. Enemy down.
Awaiting orders.
Incredible. Doesn't need to be missiles. Something that's zippy to dance around as they do their work. I mean, golly. Just the swarm was insane. I don't know if it dropped anything, actually. Something tells me it didn't, right? Well, I mean, was that worth it? I don't know, but very cool that it can be done. Very cool that it can be done, right? I mean, that's a plus. Yeah, I don't see anything popped off from it, at least from here. I wonder if you have to be in system. That's basic seminar piloting, etc., etc., and everyone's like regrouping after that horrible engagement. Has not W boom yet, or does it drop loot before? That I have no idea. I know if you kill hero stuff, they drop a vestige of fate, but he's not technically a hero. He's an XXL, right? He's not a hero XXL, unlike the Aurora, right? Well, I don't know if I want to do that necessarily. I thought we were going to be fighting against the hero Aurora. Do we have a hero fleet on this side? Let's get a fighter to fly through and then we'll see. Because I'm curious if maybe they can be baited. You know what I mean? We'll kind of get him on this side. I thought we did have one, right? Has not gone boom yet. No, it definitely... Oh, is it still going to go boom? There's the body right there. This is where the Vic-2 was destroyed. We're sending Vader on through. So stop the dock, and there we go. So he's going to pop on over to the other side, see if there's like heroics, like a heroic fleet on our side. Okay, so we're on the other side. There was a hero here. I don't see them anymore. See, now if there was anyone I wanted to pick a fight with, it's the Sith. It's the Sith. That's who I want to pick a fight with. I don't know if it's worth it to lose such critical parts of our fleet in order to engage this thing and not really get too much benefit out of it. But cool that technically, if we bum rush it, we have a chance to, are capable of taking it down, right? Is it going to be huge losses? Yes. But we are capable of it. So there's that. I don't know if we can actually capture a thing like that. Something tells me no. Let's go ahead and load on up. I think it was on quick save, right? 1426. Yes. All right, we're going to go ahead and get in on the quick save here. How can you get around it with it blocking the gate? I don't know. I mean, one thing we can do is move around the outskirts of the sector and then attack another factory. So if we really needed to, we can even hot-foot it through Coruscant. The game's rigged. If a lone starfighter can destroy the Death Star, this capital ship shouldn't be a problem. I was actually watching some lore videos on Star Wars earlier, and I did see where the Super Star Destroyer, I think the prototype, was like crashing into the surface of the Death Star or something, and it made me think about that. So yeah, I would imagine we've got very, very serious vulnerabilities if an A-Wing can completely down the SSD. Obviously, we were fighting against the SSD, and if I could, I would have sacrificed Jared to that thing, and he would have been a total hero for all time. But in this case, no, negative. I don't think that'll happen here. The game is maybe more balanced than that. Let's... But as far as blocking the gate, I mean, it's not exactly fast. It's not like it's just going to leave that position. It did lock that one up. It's possible they're staging and they'll move through. You want to watch Spaceballs? Yes. So I'm thinking what we'll do, we'll get into the fleet. We'll move out to the south, basically on the outside of the sector. We'll move to engage some of the facilities out that way. And then we'll see if we draw their ire. If we do, then I may need to do some serious like hit and run to get out of sector. I mean, one thing we could do is essentially like travel drive through the gate for each vessel individually. And I don't mean all of the individual interceptors. Those guys are expendable at this point. They will launch and I won't be able to stop them. But we don't have that many capital ships. We could, in theory, if they're player controlled, basically drift through the gate, no problem. I don't think that's a problem. It's blockading the gate, but it's not physically stopping us from getting through the gate, if that makes sense. So I think we can still get out if we really need to, but it's going to be tough. Either way, it's a challenge. Get a loot bug to set up both sides of the gate. Ooh, that would have been smart. We do have loot bugs. They do move quickly. That's a good idea. Let's have a go. Let's have a go. At least drop an advanced satellite or something like that, right? That's what I'll do. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll go ahead and I'll get the loot bugs over. They have a set of 3 loot bugs right now. We'll have them drop an advanced satellite on the Vakar side, and then we'll have an advanced satellite on the Palani side, right? So they'll be able to set that up, and then at least we'll have a good idea if we're drawing them away or not, because otherwise we're just kind of going off of feel and sense, right? Osmandius, good to see you. Happy Thursday. High five. You're joining us right now. We're currently assaulting the NRL and maybe causing some issues. Let's go ahead and pause right here just to double check. This is when we first spotted this thing. It's currently out at 94 kilometers. So we know it is an XXL. It is hostile, or at least it will be. We'll go in and get the E-Wings. I'm going to sell those off just as I did before because it doesn't make too much. Or I could send them to their debt. No. Let's get the loot bugs. So we're going to bring the loot bugs over. We'll have them park right here. I'm going to get number 2. We're going to go ahead and drop an advanced satellite. Oh, are they out right now? I might need to top them up first. Okay, let's get them topped up before they make the journey. So let me go ahead and clear the order for a second. So full delete. I just want to make sure they actually have satellites, right? That would be unfortunate if they made the trip and they did not. So they've got advanced satellites. That's great. That's the lead. Number 2 is empty, though. That I know. So upgrade and repair. We're going to go consumables, 2 advanced satellites, add a shopping list, and confirm for 102,000. And then we've got number 3. And just to double check, do you have what I need? Now you will. Fantastic. Flares, trust me, you're gonna need it. You, sir, are gonna need it, Mr. Loot Bug. And in the meantime, we'll go ahead and have the lead move on over, and they will actually join him as soon as they are complete with the task at hand. So that's great news. Now, we should be halted. We are halted. Let's go ahead and crank it around. We'll back it up. Like you can see, we can actually make it straight to the gate and fly right by. I don't think it's a problem. Actually, bunnies, would it be better to fly right by? I know our interceptors are going to launch. We're going to lose a lot of them. I can't really force them to dock unless... We could also relocate and hit the sides out here. We know there's a Hero Aurora out there, so it's not just the XXL Strident. There's also a heroic Aurora that we saw earlier, which was the Mon Calamari carrier. That thing's out there as well. So, and that will give us a vestige of fate, in theory, so at least there's some kind of payoff on that one. Let me sell off the E-Wings. Yeah, several of your other ships might stop to attack it. Oh, they will, and we'll have to constantly get on them and try to override their instincts, I think, but... So I don't see that going smoothly, but we will at least get the capital ships out, I suppose. There we go. So that sells that off. That clears the way. Loot bugs on the way. And we're 100 kilometers out. We do have a decent number of cap ships. I think we're going to relocate and strike. So I'm going to hit this platform right here. That's the idea. Here's the new target. Start guidance to object. That's the target. We'll vector on out. We'll come on the right side, halt, and then crank left. If you had a way to tell him to ignore big shiny death cheese, I'd say run for the gate. But I don't, unfortunately. So at the very least, maybe he'll have to relocate if we hit something off on the side of the sector. So just keep hitting around the edge of the sector. At the very least, we're causing them some economic damage, right? I mean, we're not exactly fast, but I can't imagine he is either, so it's not a bad thing. At least the Strident is alone-ish, as opposed to hooking up with the Aurora, because that could be a real issue. Because the Aurora brings its own fighter escort for sure, as it is a gigantic carrier, and then it's coming along with the MC-80L, as well as all the corvettes, all the fighters, etc., etc. So that, in a way, is more terrifying, let's say. But at least if we're scooting on by... Oh, I just saw something fly right by. What was that? Hold. What are they doing? Okay, thank God. I think they're just going into formation. Okay, great. I thought for some reason they were moving to attack. They haven't marked as hostile, so that's not the case. All right, start to spool up. We want to go on the right side of it, on the side of the sun. And then we're going to cut on the right, vector in, and face the center of the sector. Thanks for the stream. Hey, Corey, thanks so much again for hanging out. It's always a good time. I hope you have a good rest, and we'll catch you on the next one. High five, yeah? All right, aiming to the right, and then we'll cut in, and we'll try to string the NRL out a little bit, right? So off we go. 230, 220. Yeah, this is quite a ways away. Speeding on forward at 6,200 meters per second. Nothing on radar yet. 140. Out of 120. Let's just bust through this asteroid. There it is. That's a neat way to try to collect some silicon. Pause, hold. My guess is it is the factory or the platform itself, right? Anything else? Looks like there's something to the left of it, I think. I didn't see it on long range scan. Like if we look in the distance. Oh, I see. So that is part of the defensive platform. Where are we in relation to it? I want to be a little bit further. Advance, advance, advance. Hold. Cut, cut. There we go. And we'll crank it over. We're at 40 kilometers. And at least we're going to be on the side where our front, while attacking, is facing the center of the sector, wherever the reinforcements are likely to come from. So this is putting us at a 90-degree turn. I can go into reverse to tighten that up a little bit. 39, 38, and that gives us a little time to... Oh, what is this? NRL Rogue Squadron B-Wing. Rogue Squadron? What is going on? Where? Oh! Wow, where did that come from? Okay, so we just spread ourselves out. We're about to strike the defensive platform and we were assaulted. Just double check, did we already free the fighters? I think I kept them docked, right? Is that the case? Disarm. Yeah, interceptors are already launched. Just to double check, they are launched. Excellent. I mean, there's that, but we're carrying a large volume of our interceptors. Keep the scimitars docked. We may need help to respond. Okay, let's just start turning. Not too much we can do about it right now. Raider 3s are on board and docked, so I haven't launched them. I suppose they could help. So let's go ahead and assign Kappa. So we'll take all 3, and we're going to remove any orders that they have, right? Just double check. They're currently marked as docked, right? Double check. Power 2. I want Kappa. And Kappa's currently docked. Go ahead and launch Kappa. Launch Kappa. Let's flip it around. We're not engaged with the defensive platform yet. Oh boy. Okay. We have a lot of fighters falling right now to Rogue Squadron. Isn't that a... I mean, it's a named squadron? So do they have a hero squadron attacking my people? Come on, turn around, turn around. Turn around. We got a lot of 546s. We got our Vic-2s, got our arrestor. Come on, crank it around, crank it around. Full 180. God, I hate having to do a 180 in this thing. Always makes me nervous because we're all strung out right now. See a lot of fighters coming on in. On the radar. ISD-2 is under attack by B-Wings. Oh, wow. That is not good. That is not good. And it looks like... Oh, it's the Strident. Strident came to strike us. Okay, so us turning away from the Strident and just getting away, that doesn't seem to be like that's gonna be a good idea. Because now we're strung out, and these guys aren't fast enough. Rogue Squadron was a book series and a video. Yeah, I'm just thinking they're all named, though, you know? Is he part of it? I'm curious if there are hero... Yeah, look at this. Specifically, Rogue Squadron B-Wing right here. Rogue Squadron B-Wing. So these are maybe special B-Wing. I'm not too sure. Either way, they're part of the Rebel Alliance, it says, with their faction. New Republic. I guess they're fighting together. Oh, boy. I'm pretty sure we're going to lose all of this. So what's... I guess, bunnies, what's the play here? I mean, it's the difference between we get the jump on the Strident or we try to pull back. If we pull back, I think we would need to, like, manually control these to force them to move. and not engage. Because at least when we've got the jump on them, we're facing our attackers. And that's a big deal with the Star Destroyers, yeah. Cannon-wise, these are elite. Oh, boy. So I'm almost positive I'm going to lose these ISDs, even though I'm turning now. And I haven't accomplished anything by coming out this way. All I've done is split our forces. If they are going to attack us, if we're facing them head on, we can intercept these guys and stop them from ever really harassing wholesale, right? So, but we need to decide what we're going to do. This guy's blockading, like the bunny said. We try to move in. Fighters are going to deploy. And we'll lose fighters. But fighters are replaceable. Or we stand and hit the fighters as they come in. I don't think that's smart either. I mean, we can definitely whittle away the fighters, that's for sure. But the moment the Strident closes, the fighters are going to tie us up long enough for the Strident to close, I think. We would have to manually control our vessels and capital ships to run around the Strident, whereas while we're at a distance, we've got a straight line to the gate. And I think that is significant. So let's load back, because I need to figure out how to get out of this one, right? 1426. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, so we're going to start at 96 kilometers out, so we're just under 100. We still haven't identified the Strident as hostile. They've definitely got a beat on us, that's for sure. They've got special B-Wings. They've got bombers that can just absolutely wreak havoc on our capital ships. I think what we need to do is try to run for it. And we will be deploying interceptors while we go. I don't think I can stop that. But I'm just going to have to keep reiterating and overriding orders to say fly in, wait, fly in, wait, fly in, wait, fly in, wait. And it's going to be a bit of a slog, but I think we can get out. At least get the capital ships out, right? Might lose frigates or something like that, but we've got to run the blockade. Set the fighters to defend and have them already launched. If they're on defend, I mean, we will take a shot, right? Like, they will shoot at us when we fly by, I would imagine. Okay, we can try. We can try. So we'll set all the fighters to defend. We are going to set... We're going to have them dock. And we're going to run for it. I'm going to try to do this RTS style to get us out. I don't know... Yeah, and not chase them down. They'll stay at close as you run, but if the B-Wings start attacking, they'll shield the capital. Okay, fair enough. The trouble is getting them all to do it at the same time. As a player, I can tell them to boost straight through the gate as the highest priority, but I may have to start jumping them in one by one. And yeah, there's going to be a bit of a slog, but I think we can do it. I think we can do it. We'll probably lose a lot of fighters and small vessels at the same time, maybe even some raiders and stuff, but the raiders will stay docked as long as I tell them to stay docked. In theory, if I can get everyone to land, I can have them stay docked, right? Wing commander, yeah. All right, bunnies. Cross your fingers. This is very dangerous, just saying. I understand that, but to be perfectly honest, I have not... While I understand it in concept, I have not seen it in practice. I don't see them following to their death, like refusing to defend themselves. They always try to defend themselves, and they always seem to override what I would tell them to do. So I get the concept, like I said. I get the concept, but until I see it in practice, I think it's going to be an interesting one. Okay, so just as I can get the Raider 3s to stay docked by giving them individual orders to dock and wait, I think I might be able to get the majority of our fighters to stay docked. We're going to have to... Yeah, I don't know. It seems like the AI will, even if they've got a direct line on this gate, while travel driving, they're going to stop. Even if they've got a direct line, they'll stop before the gate. They won't just continue to fly through. And that's the problem. We can't have them stop. They stop, they're in boost, and then they're going to get hit, right? Expect to lose fighters. The defend will soak up and tie the attacking fighters' capitals, have a good chance to escape. All right, bunnies. Let's try to get the heck out of Dodge. We've got a serious trap, and they're running screen. So, power 2. what do we got? Let's start top to bottom, top to bottom. So our arrestor has fighters on board. We're going to go ahead and have all of them. I'm going to expand them all. And we're going to have them stay docked, right? I noticed that we don't have the full 18 here. So to the arrestor, and we're going to nab every last one of the Royal Guard here. Just to double check. There it is, all the way through. And I want you to dock and wait. Oh, they can't dock and wait. I guess defend then. Oh my god. So you can't dock and wait, which will keep them docked. Unless they're not docked already, I think. So I can't give them that order. Change the leader to defense. Gotcha. Okay, hold. I just gave them all defense. It's fine. I'll get back to it. I'll fix that later. It's fine. And then we'll go ahead and tell their, for the arrestor, we'll go in and give them the dock order. Let them undock. You want them to undock? Okay. Well, if they're going to be undocked, then yeah, I guess I will. Okay, fair enough. I'm going to go with attack, and then we'll just give the orders to the commanders. I don't know. That doesn't feel like it's going to work, but we'll find out, so we're not wasting time for them to scramble. Okay.
Vakar.
The big problem. 3 on attack. We have to do it not paused is the problem for it to respond. So I need to run the clock. So here we go. Attack. Alpha. And then maybe I'll just have the rest of them attack on 1. We'll have them... maybe these 3. Right up next. And attack. Hold. Alright, we've got enemy contact right now. X-Wings are already inbound. Okay, just double check. So that's on the attack. These 2 are in defense. I mean, that's good enough. It's good enough. That's the arrestor. For the Vic-2, all of the squadron leads are now doing defend on the Vic-2. Get them out there. Right here. Defend on Beta. And then for this Vic-2, defend on Beta. For the ISD-2, I'm going to have the Defender Elites be defend on the ISD-2. Oh, actually, I could tell them to dock and wait, but we'll go defend on Alpha. We'll have the Scimitars. Golly, I'll just leave them as they are on bombardment if that is assigned. And then for Iota, defend on the Provocator. For our Iota, we'll go ahead and have them defend on the Harrower. That's on... see, I don't have that spot, right? Okay, tell you what. I'm going to join them together with Kappa temporarily. Let that go to update.
Joining.
There we go. So now we have a spot for it. We'll have the Raiders. And now we'll go ahead and do defend on Iota. There it is. Okay, so everybody's been assigned to defend. And in theory, they will not attack unless the leader that they're defending has been attacked. Yep. The Scimitar can stay docked. They're not very useful against fighter. They're not. So I do probably want to just double check that I've got things marked as docked, especially on the ISD, the BSS Opulence. And that is for Kappa. There we go. So that's 20 Scimitars, although 18 right now. Okay, so Harrower 2, we're going to get that through. I'm going to go ahead and mark up our target. So we're going to say the microchip factory. Start guidance to the microchip factory. And we're going to zip through. I'm going to safeguard the Harrower, and then I'll need to jump to each capital ship on the go. We're at 61 kilometers. Spooling. Come on, come on, come on. I hope the fighters coming in aren't going to attack and drop me out of travel drive.
Joining squad.
Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Come on up, come on up. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Seeing a lot of fighters out there. Like, I can see them in the distance. Can we see them from here? All right, they got corvettes. We got to run the blockade. Spooling. We can make it through. We can make it through. 30, 20. Jump, jump, jump. So Harrower 2 is through. That's fine. Let's go ahead and give up the con. Give it the con. Hold. Pause. Let's go and get the Harrower 2. And tell it must fly and wait. It must fly and wait. Yes. I'm gonna go ahead and get the... We'll hop into, let's say, the provocateur. Hop over.
Lock car.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Double check position. It is facing an entirely different direction. Right now, we've got a bunch of defender elites that are tying things up. And who do we have against us? We've got Y-Wings. I'm guessing this is coming from the Strident. These giant packs, rogue squadrons coming from the Strident. It makes sense, yeah. How is this huge ship? Do you like it? I like our huge ship. This guy's ship is bigger, though. I-5. We're just trying to get through with as few losses as possible. Right now, our capital ships are moving to their death. Let's go ahead and assign all of these guys fly and wait orders. Cancel on attack. Fly and wait all the way through. Arrestor cruiser. Fly all the way through. Lancer frigate. Fly all the way through. And I'm going to go ahead and give it to everybody right here. Fly all the way through if you can. I'm actually thinking the Keldabi is going to be the slowest, which is the painful bit. And we'll try to get our provocateur through next. It's facing the wrong way. Run to the bridge.
Jump
Here.
completed.
Here we go.
Colony.
Come on, come on. Move. Crank right, crank right. Off we go. Go in reverse. Don't stress about the fighters lagging. Fair enough. We just got to square off. Just got to square off. Come on, come on. Focus on the fighters. Focus on the fighters. That's what they're there for. We have wharf building capabilities now, so we can replace those. It will cost a lot, but we can replace those. These, much harder. Spool up now. Come on. Come on. All right, they're attacking somebody out there. Maybe a Vic 2. I can see it on the radar.
Orders.
Harrower 2 is through. That's fine. No worries. Mac, I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. And you have nothing to be sorry about. Oh, gosh. Okay, wait. Spool up. Spool up. We got this. We got this. We still have some distance. We have some distance. It's going to be okay, Mac.
Waiting orders.
And I'm really, really terribly sorry to hear that. But, man, you are, at least from what I can tell, you're one of the best.
Awaiting orders.
You got this. You got this. No worries, man. Thank you so much. All right, boosting. Looks like some of us are through. Okay, hold and cut provocateur. Here we go. Next. So we ferried one more. One more's through. Let's go in and give up the con.
Jump
Con is out. We're going to go ahead and get that set. Fly and wait. There we go. That's the order of the day. We're going to hop over to the Keldabe. We saw that it was stuck on the other side of the gate, right? So hopping.
Lock car.
Got it. Perfect. Where are we at? Keldabe can... Actually, you know what? The bigger problem right now is this Star Destroyer. If the Star Destroyer continues to turn right, it's going to take too long to actually make it through the jump beacon. I think this guy can make it. I think the ISD-2 needs more attention. So we're going to hop to the ISD-2 now.
Jump completed.
Come on, come on, come on.
Colony.
Pause. There it is. Where are we at? Take the con. Hold. And we need to crank left. Go. Come on, come on. Full reverse, tight turn. Strident's right below us. Come on, come on, come on. Keldabe, turn now.
Enemy spotted.
Start boosting. Come on. I think he made it. I don't want to overshoot. I don't want to boost too early. 104, 104, 104. They're not on us yet. Please. We made it. Made it. Cut, cut. Hold. Okay, so next up, let's go and give up the con. And then we're going to go ahead and order it to stay still right there. Do not move. So double check the arrestor. Arrestor is through. Phenomenal. Fly and wait right there. Lancer frigate. Lancer frigate is already in fly and wait. Fly and wait. 546. 546. Vic 2. Spicy Dorito. Perfect. Royal Dorito. Spicy Dorito. Keldabe. Provocateur. Imperial Star. Yes! High five. Okay, so how many are left on the opposite side right now? All capital ships have cleared. We've got 2 TIE Defender elites. Okay. Get all these guys. Immediately clear. Orders. And book it out if you can. If you can. That's awesome. We're going to go ahead and sell these E-Wings for the repair costs. So let me sell that first so I don't forget before all of a sudden they're just trashed. Sell 214. Unpause. Hold. And then we're going to get this one right here. And we're going to sell KDY. 173. Beautiful. Beautiful. Are we sure no one else? It's just these guys. It's just these guys. All right, come on. Turn, turn, turn. You can do it. I want everyone out if possible. All right, we know what they're up against. They're being attacked by Rogue Squadron and the XXL Strident. Surprised they've got the durability and the shields. Yosuke Patil, with 3-star as a captain, is hard charging it out of there. Come on, buddy, you got this. Come on, buddy, you got this. High five! Oh my god. We live for the most part. Not bad. Did any of us die? Did any of us die? Double check. Did any of us die? Oh my god. Where's the logbook? No one died? Oh my god, that is impressive. Wow. I cannot believe that. That is crazy. Thank you so much for your help, bunnies. Well, before we do anything, let's boost past this fleet, because I don't want to hang out right here in case maybe they get any weird ideas. We're going to nab everyone right here. I am not at the con right now, I think. We're going to go ahead and remove all orders, and we're going to move a little farther away, out this way. I'm going to get our Mon Calamari fleet support. We're going to resupply in the next sector up in Bilbringi. There it is. Confirm. Excellent. Let's go. Let's go. All the fighters survived. Most spectacular. That's so crazy. I did not think that would be the case. I mean, they so quickly dispatched with us where we lost our ability to drive or fly or anything. Keldabi's kind of short on the uptick, so hopefully he'll be able to just get away from that gate. Get away from the gate. As soon as possible, please. That is so good. That is so, so good. Oh, even the scimitars are like, forget this. We're leaving. You can come with us. Don't forget to reset the squadron. Oh, yes, absolutely. There's going to be quite a bit of resetting, but I mean, that is amazing. That is absolutely great. I'm curious where our factories are now, right? So if we look at the build right now, we're working on just the redundant bits. That's phenomenal. So that means we actually have some solid weapon component and missile component production capabilities right now, which means we can continue to build vessels. That is great news indeed. Let's go ahead and prioritize fly and wait. Excellent. And he should be spooling up and on the move. That is great news. All these guys fly and wait still. Are they moving? Yep, they're picking up. It's taking them a little bit of time, but they're picking up the Harrower 2. You moving? Excellent, excellent. That's awesome. And yeah, that's... I cannot believe that. That is incredible. Wow. And there she is. Excellent. Harrower 2, you picking up? Let's get on board and see what they got. Now we're all going in one group right here. Where are these two guys going? Seriously, where are you two going? Dock and wait, fly and wait. We'll cancel the fly and wait here. Dock and wait for sure. Off you go, gents. Why are you going that way? Oh, it's because he was back here until the travel drive kicked in. That's what it is. Okay.
Hello there.
That's fine.
Hello,
Okay, so we got out. We got out. That is too good.
sir.
Right now, is she right in my... Oh, hi. Oh, that's awkward. Hi. Hi. Actually, where are we right now? Did I teleport somewhere that I'm on? Oh, wow. Is this the Harrower 2? Oh, yeah, we're on the Harrower 2. This is cool. So this is probably the left side, like the port side deck. Look at all the missiles. So these are equipped with concussion missiles. Don't forget to save since you got out without any casualties. Oh, good point. I'll save here. Thank you very much. That's so good. Thank you for your help, bunnies. Okay, so what's the plan? We've got 40 minutes remaining. Obviously, we could, like, it will take us a while to get anywhere else. So I don't know if we can really get into too many fights at the moment. However, it doesn't mean that we can't move to Ord Mantell, which is kind of a launching point for a lot of things. Ithor is right next door for the Mandalorians and stuff like that. And the whole time... Oh, wow. I'm guessing we're in Travel Drive right now, right? Yeah, we're definitely in Travel Drive. This is so cool. Yeah, there's 21 TIE Defender Elites on this dock. There are 42 docks total on this vessel. We didn't even lose a Raider 3. That is so good. I cannot believe that. God, it's so cool to just be able to walk around these things. Who would have thought, right? And while it's in Travel Drive, can I... Wow. So freaking cool. Oh my god, look at that. Anyway, okay, so where are we at? Yep, Travel Drive. We're gonna resume at least the capital ship hierarchy. So double check. Just grab everybody here. Oh, that's right, we had the loot bugs as well. And we're going to now remove all orders to remove that fly and wait. And now everyone is on the Harrower 2. Let's go ahead and re-teleport to the Harrower 2. The bridge. And we'll take over for Stephanie. And they should form on us. So I just want to make sure that I don't accidentally have our guidance guiding us back there. I will guide out this way, let's say, to Ord Mantell. And let's go. Are you considering to start any Super Bunny capital ship project? I would, but I'm not quite at that point yet. I want to get the ability to make large vessels. And I was thinking of working on these mods first so that we can actually modify things. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I should start with. I'm honestly... I like the Executor, but I think that's going to cost a lot because you can see a lot of cross dependencies here. Here's Executor class construction. And the problem is, even if I have this, I still need the XXL yards. And the XXL yards is something like 444 million just to buy the privilege of starting to build it. So I really feel like I need the blueprints first before I'm doing stuff like that. And in the meantime, while I'm doing that, I could get the mods. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I was thinking. So, and I haven't been doing the mods at the moment because I've been taking all of my materials and putting them into our S&M wharf so that we can actually build the fighters like we can now. So that's kind of where I'm at the moment. But yeah, no, I absolutely want to be able to make our XXL vessels. I think that is a serious goal of mine for sure. Oh, there's the heroic fleet on the other side of the system. Interesting. And obviously we need to reset all the hierarchies, but I don't know if I'll make the bunnies sit through that. That would take a little bit. That would take a little bit. But what I can do, I suppose, is at least collapse these. Right? The scimitars on bombardment, that's fine. They're already on bombardment. There's a replenishment that needs to occur there. There's the ISD-2. We've got the VIC-2. We've got our second VIC-2. We've got the two 546s. 546 is still alive. That's excellent. Got our arrestor. Lancer frigates. 546s. Excellent. Everyone, all of the cap ships are there. That's awesome. And I bet we've got 6 raiders. Yep, we got 6 Raider 3s. Holy moly. They all made it. That is crazy. That's so good. If I actually look, we've got 232 small ships in this fleet. And so far... I am actually curious about our supplies. So it cost us in the last segment about 20 minutes ago 7.27 million in supply. So where are we with the development and buildings of our ship supply factories during the stream. So if I go to plan build, oh, we did it. Look at that. So now we've got 20 ship supply factories right here. That is awesome. So what is the collection rate for ship supply out of this one factory? It is now 7,200 per hour or 3,600 per 30 minutes. And then that is in tandem to the other one, which is right here. So 7,200 per hour plus 2,880. So 3,600, 40, almost 5,000 per 30 minutes, right? So if we look at the requirement now in our current state, it looks like we're going to need, well, per 30 minutes, we're going to need 6 to 7K. So at least we're going to reduce our payment, right? That's a big thing. And then we can obviously continue to upgrade EQ docks, take more sectors, stuff like that, and then bring ourselves back to neutral. So we can't just all willy-nilly grow our fleets, but that's a pretty big change. And we're probably going to, I guess in about 8 minutes, find out how much they're actually going to charge us, which is going to be a big deal, right? So right now we're heading out to Ord Mantell, which is close by to the Mandalorians. And it is also on the way to the Sith, but it's going to take a really long time to get out to the Sith, as much as I want to poke them again. And this is more out of curiosity. You can see they've got 2 Harrower Trues visible, but they definitely have more than that. So once we get to Ord Mantell, we'll at least be able to kind of like reorganize ourselves. And I think in the meantime, what I would like to do, I would like to see about, now that we've got some of our factories up and running, do we mostly have what we need in order to build replacements and expand, right? So if I actually go build ships like this, and we go small size, and we go TIE Defender Elite, Bunny preset, that actually has all the concussion missiles already loaded, and we add a shopping list, and we were to select another 20, that puts us at minus on the Durasteel plates, which I am curious about, because obviously this Durasteel plate factory is set to sell everything except for one. I'm curious who it is selling to now that I think about it, right? So actually, is there a way to look at the transaction with whom it was interacting, right? I believe if I go over to information and I cycle down to transactional log, it'll tell me trade sale. And we just gave food rations, that's the excess. These are medical supplies, that's excess. 150 spices, food rations, refined metals, those are all excess. Food rations, refined metals. Yeah, see, this is all the mule mod at work. They're choosing all of the stuff I've designated as excess and they're selling it off. I am seeing that there are ones that have been specifically set for profit from trade order. So I'm curious if they've been selling off Durasteel plates. Is that the case? Which would not be great. I was thinking maybe they would transfer them somewhere. If I look here at the logical overview on Durasteel plates, I only have 8,016. So that indicates to me that I really don't want to do what I did, which is essentially I set these a little differently than I have in the past. I would say, please retain a certain amount and only sell to other people after a certain amount. In this case, we've got 2193. I probably want to hang on to like 15K of this stuff, and then I'll sell post 15K. I mean, at the moment, I have it set so that after Durasteel plates are created, we'll go ahead and sell those to bunnies only. The problem is our traders are also bunnies. So I misunderstood that. So I think what's happening is we're selling off all the Durasteel plates when I thought that the bunnies that are currently working for Player HQ, they'll sell to those bunnies and then they'll deposit them at the Player HQ. That's not what's happening here. I think they're actually selling them off to market. So I don't want that to happen. I'll go in and say, hey, you can actually sell to anybody, but I do want to have 15,000 here. I think it's going to be better. The bunny traders will still buy from there. Yeah, I'm totally okay. You could set the price to maximum. Well, the reason why I didn't have them at maximum is just because when you accept all estimates like this, all of a sudden we lose, well, we deposit more cash in the accounts. And so I was trying to hold on to more liquid funds, yeah.
Jump completed. Orders.
So I think I need to kind of hang on and adjust the logical overview for each of the wharf factories. Like the advanced electronics here, they're not selling. I mean, that's fine. I want to basically move these goods continually over to the player HQ. That's what I'd rather do. So what I'm going to do is say, instead of, I don't want to buy any of these. That's why I have buy one at max. And I do want to lay down maybe like, we'll say 8K. We'll have on file or have on storage. And then we can sell to anybody else at a low price, because they're probably not going to transfer themselves all the way out here just to pick up these things. So that's for the advanced electronics. I mean, it's good that we've got a surplus. That's excellent. It's more the Durasteel that I've got an issue with, right? Out here, this is 3 different things. The advanced composites. So I'm definitely going to want to make sure that I've got a stockpile of that. So I'll say like 6,500, let's say. So after that, go ahead and sell it, I suppose. For weapon components, definitely want... I definitely want a stockpile of this stuff. So we'll say, how about 15,000 weapon components, and we'll mark that up for market. That's fine. And then weapon components, the same thing. So weapon, and then missile components, I want like at least 20,000 of these things. Maybe 25,000, because we go through a lot of torpedoes, right? And then we'll say no restriction, and then even automate the price on that one. So that'll build up a different buffer there. So that's going to be great. No restriction on sale, no restriction on sale, no restriction on sale. I adjusted these right before the stream, so it seems like in the time that we've been streaming, it bottomed out all of the stores. So that means that we can't just readily move the materials over to the wharf and build what we want to build, because, I mean, at least these, no one's buying these, which is both a boon and a bane, right? We'll keep 10,000 here and no restriction. And then out here, we're coming in with another 10,000 of field coils. And then we will sell with no restriction as well. Just double check. Yep. Everything else is fine. And we've gone through advanced electronics, this, the Durasteel, the field coils, and then I guess ship supply, but I don't think I'm really selling off ship supply. I just want to double check though, because I definitely don't want to sell off ship supply. It's out this way. We are maintaining, I'll maintain 10K if that's even possible. Yeah. And then we are going to go no restriction and auto the price. There it is. Okay, so hopefully it's not going to drain us out. In theory, the factory should be producing relatively rapidly.
Disengaged.
I have a set keep limit. You can have a trader shuttle between the 2 stations using transfer instead of a buy. Well, what I did here, and I'm still getting used to the mules. I've basically taken any mule and I've set them up as a supply mule. So when I look at the different roles, like if I were to set this up again, the bulk transport, if I go out here and I mouse over supply mule, it says supplies own station's needs. So when I actually look at the station and logical overview, you'll see that there's, you know, certain, it's not full up, right? So my assumption is if I set it to only look within this sector, then they should go out and just naturally pull from surplus on all of the factories in this sector, right? So what I mean by that is if I were to get the acclimator here and I were to tell it, I would like you to be a supply mule, and I want you to be a supply mule for our bunny HQ. So right click and select like that. Now it appears here as the home station or sector for this specific mule. Assign the ship to the station. Yep, I want to take it off the unassigned market. Max jumps from home. I'll just say 1, but honestly 0 should suffice because I actually want it to pull from just these factories right here or any other ones that I build in this sector. Other than that, add remove wares. I would like it to use as much of the cargo hold as possible, so I'm going to boost that to 95%. And then I'm going to add the wares of these factories. I can always adjust that later. So advanced composites, advanced electronics, the Durasteel plates, all of the field coils. Then we're looking at the shield components, the missile components, and the weapon components, and okay. Which are basically all of the outputs of each of these 5 factories right here. Then we'll confirm And if we look, watch the upper left-hand corner, it updates, and now it is part of Alpha Group for the Bunny HQ. So my assumption is when our player HQ has a need for any of those materials, this acclimator will go next door. If they have a surplus, it'll pick up whatever it needs and then bring it on over to the Bunny HQ and deposit it. Obviously, it's not doing that right now, but then again, we just set up surplus markers, right? So if I look at Durasteel as an example, logical overview, and I head all the way out here, it's nowhere near a surplus because I kind of drained out all of the stores, right? I'm trying to get it to build up to 15,000 before it sells to anybody, including the mule I just set up. So it's going to have to wait until it gets up to 15,000. Anything over that, I think, is fair game for our new supply mule to pick up and send to the player HQ. I don't know if that's how it works, but that's how we envision it. So I guess I can't really find out until until I replenish stocks here in these factories. I didn't realize that I was going to drain them out. So that's going to be an interesting one. I think it'll work out. Yeah, sounds logical. But like I said, I don't know if it's actually working that way or not. So just to double check, did we get the field coil factory? I believe we did, but I don't remember. And yes, we did. So we set all of these up. That's perfect. I mean, obviously we can force a transition as well, right? Because the Durasteel plate is still filling up the stores. What I can do is manually transfer wares before it hits that target marker, right? So I can say transfer wares. I'm going to grab all of those Durasteel plates. I'm going to move them on over to the Bunny League HQ, knowing that I'm going to need Durasteel plates. I can dump them all off, confirm. And now, if I go over to build ships, I can choose those same side offender elites I was interested in, Bunny preset, add a shopping list. Instead of 20, maybe I can manage like 15, right? 1734, that's within the amount that I'm sending over because I'm sending over 2,000 something. I'll confirm that order, and all the bulk transporter has to do is head over, grab those plates, bring them on back, and all of a sudden, these three down here that require 1734 Durasteel plates will be released, and then they can start the build cycle. So I'm thinking that's really going to be very, very helpful, and all of a sudden we can reach that capacity of 101 small ships on the Harrower 2. Obviously, it's going to continue to raise our supplies needed, which is why it's going to be really, really important for us to continue to take new sectors or build upon the equipment docks that we have, or build more supply factories. Either way, it's a whole nother system that I think we can take advantage of. Don't max out the cargo too much, or it could exceed storage capacity. If it's small, acclimator will never pick it up. Don't max out the cargo too much, or it could exceed your storage capacity if it is small. So, I don't understand. I apologize. What do you mean, Azrael? Is that like when we set up the supply mule to 95%, like use up to 95% of your cargo hold? I mean, obviously, if our storage here isn't very high, then it's not going to have a place to put stuff, right? My assumption is that it'll just grab what the station needs, which will be within its capacity, which is why I've been slowly adding capacity. So like if I go to this build here, you can see this weird tower of containers. We're going to have a tower of containers that dwarves this administrative center. That's basically what I've been doing. So it's not pretty, but I think it works. I think it works. In fact, why don't we add another one right now? My goodness, is this stable? I don't know. Are we stable? That's the question. Have another. This thing looks like it's going to topple over. If this were actually in a terrestrial environment, boy, oh boy, it would be the Leaning Tower of the Hutt Cartel, right? Energy cells are going to get there just fine. We need 115 module prefab. Nice thing is we've got Gozantes close by, and we actually have in our stores module prefabs. So all we have to do is grab 115 of those. So we just go 115 and confirm, and then we trade it straight to ourselves. We just go trade with the build storage, and voila, there she is. Fantastic. And that's going to finish the job, and we're going to be able to start building another container. That's going to be excellent, yeah? I think, yes, transfer works to bypass the issue. Yeah, I mean, it's manual, though. That's kind of what I've been trying to avoid if possible. What is that? Oh, it's a tech trader. Yeah, it's a universal trader, VCX 100. Now, mind you, all of our fighters are on defend right now from that last evacuation, so they're not going to run out and attack. That's probably a plus. Yeah. The other factory, the acclimator, has a lot of storage. You might never pick it up from them and always wait to be full. Do you think they'll wait to be full? Is that how that works? I didn't read it that way. Like if I'm looking, it says maximum fill cargo hold percentage. Oh, is that what that means? As in it has to fill it at least to 95%? I read it as how much of the cargo hold can you fill up to? As in it'll only ever use 75% of its cargo hold. I didn't read it that way. So that makes sense then if it's not pulling anything. So let's go ahead and try and adjust that. Maybe we'll see an immediate exchange, right? Let's just let it finish here. Maybe we'll do it with a Gazanti. How about that? That's a little bit more rapid, right? So this one's executing a trade. It's selling field coils to the Bunny League HQ. Oh, look at that. It's working, I think. Oh, that's cool. But obviously they've got a much smaller hold, right? So they can get away with 95%, whereas the acclimator cannot. So I think you are correct. I think you are correct. Thank you for educating me there. So you can see right here that this Gazanti is currently dropping off 620 field coils, which is almost the maximum amount that it can carry. Or actually, no, that is the maximum amount that it can carry. So that's awesome. So it actually went and it got it of its own accord. If we actually take a look at the logical overview and take a look at the field coils, where is that at? So it's now almost up to some capacity. But obviously, we're working on another container. We're going to continue to raise that cap. But man, that is awesome. I mean, we're definitely going to need a lot more storage, that's for sure. We're going to be holding on to a lot of goods. And we're going to have a giant tower that no bunny can climb. Holy moly. Man, that's going to be awesome.
Awaiting orders.
Wow, everyone's awaiting orders. So is it because we all just stopped? Oh yeah, I'm on the con, right? Okay, so well, let's get started on the repairs and let's get reorganized, unless the bunnies are interested in something else. We got about 20 minutes left. This beast kind of takes a while to get somewhere. Looks like that's Ord Montel, and there's Idor. There's a factory from the MDW out here. MDW Y-Wings. Interesting. I don't know why they've got Y-Wings. You know what? Let's go smash this factory. How about that? It's going to be the last thing that we do. We're going to go and smash that factory. So what I will do, though, is start that movement forward, because it does take a while to get going. So we're going to nab this fleet. I'm not a huge fan of the MDW just constantly getting in and trashing our stuff. So I'm going to queue up, let's say, on this side right there. So fly and wait. And then we'll actually go and try and adjust things on the fly, right? So first of all, these are all on defense. Let's collapse all the leaders. The attack is fine. We're not going to replenish anybody. It's just straight up. So all of these are going to be intercept here on beta, I suppose. And then we shall collapse this on the arrestor. These two are in intercept already. That's fantastic. Class 546 on bombardment. That's great. The victories are currently on defense. Let's go in and collapse all of the squadron leads. There it is. And we'll grab all of them, and they're going to be on intercept alpha. And there we go. So now they will deploy when the time is right. We've got our Vic 2s. We've got Beta Group. Go ahead and collapse all of the squad leaders. Not that one. And we will take all the Royal Guard, and we're going to intercept for Alpha. Yeah, it doesn't take too long. And then we've got our ISD2. This one's a little more complicated, I think. TIE Defenders. We'll go ahead and intercept on Beta. And then Kappa Group is already in bombardment. That is fine. So we'll collapse Kappa, collapse Beta, collapse the ISD2. Then we get to the Provocator. We'll collapse all of the TIE Defender squad leads. And then we'll mark them as intercept. The Raiders themselves in IOTA will need... I would like to separate out, even though they're still on intercept, but in a pinch it'll work. So we'll nab all these, and we're going to move to intercept for the Provocator under Beta. And we'll collapse that. We've got IOTA Group. All Raiders are going to intercept for the Harrower 3 right here on Kappa. And then we'll collapse all of Iota group now, because those are TIE Defender elites remaining. None of them have been refit or repaired or anything like that, but it's going to be okay. Wow, that's a decent number of TIE Defender elites. And we can even add more to that, which is nuts, but I don't think I'll do that right now. Because, oh, it's saving right now? It's saving right now. It's like the bane of my organizational existence, right? Every time you're in the middle of something, it decides, you know what, I think you... It's like Clippy pops up and says, I think you need to save. Here you go. Which I appreciate. Don't get me wrong, game. Thank you very much. I shouldn't be complaining. I'm not actually complaining. It's just more like it kind of pulls you out of
Jump completed.
the momentum,
Or
right?
until.
Here we go. So TIE Defender elites, perfect. We'll nab all of these, and now we are intercepting, ideally on Iota, but we can't. So Eta it is, and then we'll move it down to Iota because now we freed that up. Excellent, perfect. And then we shall collapse Iota specifically, collapse Kappa, and at least, as far as I can tell at a glance, that is in hierarchy the way that it mostly should be-ish. While we're flying, I can also resupply and repair. So go to our smalls, 69 TIE Defender elites, and we've got 2 that require repair. Since I don't want to rip off the light concussion missiles, I'll actually just find them individually. I believe I found it out here, right? Oops, right next door. There it is. And that is one of them. Excellent. So let's get this guy repaired. So resupply and repair on board, and all we have to do is get that all set. Perfect. Add a shopping list. That's one of them. So he's now at 100%. And if I really want to look, I can probably spot a small... a bar that looks slightly different from all of the others, but I'm not going to bother too much. See, we've taken a little bit of a ding, but that's on the main ship at 98%, so that's fine. I don't mind that too much. And I think that's it. All right, let's hop back onto the con, grab it, and we are on our way. Excellent. So we're going to go in and mark up, and we are targeting either as the last thing that we do in this stream right here on the factory. So let's get in. They're attacking the Imperials. That's no bueno. Spool up. We're gonna save them. So right through that gate is Idor, and we're hop right in, dump out massive volumes of fighters, and start sieging that factory.
Jump
Because
beacon.
we are the new
Door.
Sith. We are the new Sith out here in the Galactic Empire. Hutt Cartel, it's a collaboration. We've got our own collabs out here in Star Wars. This one's with the Sith. Off we go, Harrower 2. And we've got 21 fighters left, 21 fighters on the right, and 6 raiders in the middle. Oh, are we going to hit that factory? Ew, boy. Okay, dive. Oh, are we going to clip this? Wow, that's awesome. You see that? Only a Jedi powers could do that. Oh my god, wow, we definitely are Sith now. The Hutts are just the front for the bunnies. At this point they are, aren't they? Maybe we're the bunny pirates called the Hutt pirates, and we've got reputation with ourselves, right? 112 kilometers. We're on our way. Man, the fact that we have... Oh wait, should I released the raiders, didn't I? The fact that we've been able to get away with... There we go, intercept. The fact that we've been able to get away with not replacing and refitting every single one of our fighters in this
Jump completed.
in this engagement
Door.
allows us to chain right into the next one. That's pretty, that just says a lot, right? That we're bringing at least enough firepower-ish. 180 kilometers. Double check. And we're on the approach. There they are, completely surrounded. Completely surrounded. I see these bunnies as Ferengis. I see myself as a Ferengi a little bit too. Wait till we tell our Moogie. 57.
Confirmed.
And cut. We're right in the thick of it. Here we go. Launch, launch, launch. Move to engage. There go our 6 raiders right there. Look at that. Those are 6 Raider 3s. What do you mean we're gonna get it? You're gonna get it first.
Incoming.
The only
missile.
bad move was you waking up this morning. How about we put you back to sleep? I thought of that one myself just now. All right, 25. Okay, we're gonna boost on in. We need to start the run on the factory, right? Actually, no, I'm gonna cruise forward and just see what we can manage with these guys. Here they come. A lot of they probably think we're all alone, right? That's probably what they think.
Incoming missile.
Little do they know.
This last.
So obviously our raiders are under serious focus fire.
Something hit us.
Raider 3 under attack. Anyone who gets hit,
Affirmative.
go ahead and escape. It's fine. We're just buying time. We might lose you. Try to stay alive if you can. 20 kilometers.
Incoming danger.
Boosting in.
You're really asking for it now.
We're running right through their station's weapons. 18.
Danger.
Oh, that was a good splash. Must have been a TIE Defender Elite with a concussion missile. I saw the missile in the distance
Incoming
there.
missile.
Awaiting orders.
16, almost at a point. Let's go in and pitch up. Pitch early. Go ahead and escape, Raider. 15. Cut.
Awaiting orders.
All right, we should start to see the guns go live.
Striking.
Go ahead and escape.
Confirmed.
Incoming missile.
Guns are live.
Awaiting
Guns are
orders.
live. Okay, so the main turrets are within 14 kilometers. 84%.
Thank you.
So where's the rest of us? Where's the rest of us? There we go. You thought we were alone, did ya? You thought we were alone. My God, not too shabby. Keep it up, bunnies. I might actually give up the con here. Well, no, I don't want to give up the con because then they will not bombard to the best of their ability. Raider 3, go ahead and escape.
Confirmed.
I mean, I should just like auto escape for Raider 3s. Let's go and cut engines. We're at 10 kilometers.
Incoming
And just
missile.
bombard from here. Bombard from here. All right, so what do we got right now?
Striking.
This is a
Danger
Y-wing moving to attack our Raider. But right now, it looks like we're launching more fighters. Wow. There it is. Okay, he's going to survive, I think. I think he's going to survive. Oh, look, you can actually see the Lancer frigate firing.
Danger.
He's got turrets in every which way. Look at that. They're like so tiny in comparison. That's kind of nuts. So many green and blue and everything out there. It's dumping shots out the butt.
Okay, then.
There's a dune lizard who's harassing us. Come on, guys.
Sorry about that.
I would like the Raider to get back into it. Is he still running? Okay, so he's currently moving to attack. Let's go ahead and hit that dune lizard, please. And you, sir. I mean, stop fleeing. No point dying tired. And we'll go ahead and take some of these gentlemen. And we're going to go ahead and focus in. We'll get attack multiple objects. Hit. Hit. Oh, does that not work? Oh, yeah, I'll have to figure that one out. In that case, I don't know. Hit that guy. Hit that guy. And you two focus on the Y-wing, please. Right? That's the guy right there. Okay. Please, I really want this guy out because he's definitely harassing our Raider. There he is. Hold. I mean, he's doing a good job staying on his tail. Come on. Come on. There it is. Heck yes.
Dune lizard.
Here's a dune lizard.
Awaiting orders.
Good job, guys. Lancer frigate under attack. Go ahead and run. I mean, as long as you're in the vicinity, you're going to automatically shoot. So that's totally fine. That is totally, totally fine. How are we doing here? That's a good swarm. That's a good swarm. They've got a star builder here. Rhydonium miner. I'm not too worried about that. And then they've got a freighter. Yeah, I think we've got this under control. That's excellent. Oh, they downed a MDW factory. I didn't even know. Oh, wow. That's excellent. We'll keep up the good work, guys. Keep up the good work. Oh, did we...
Factory.
Oh, 72%. There it is. So keep looting. On the way. Do we not have a way of hitting this right now? Are we pitched too far up? Oh, that might be it. Oh, wow. There's not much left of this thing. All right, pitch down. I think that's what we need to hit, right?
Awaiting orders.
Yeah, I think we got this now. Every once in a while, you just got to exercise your bunny big stick, you know?
Awaiting orders.
You got to be like, hey, this is not okay. You're not allowed here. I know it says CSA territory, but we have protection. We're protecting the CSA. So they're shooting back at us. We are kind of sending some of our guns, but I feel like it's a little bit anemic in comparison to what we normally do. So let's go ahead and shift on out. Oh, wow. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that was enough, right?
Awaiting orders.
Maybe that's the name of the game today, is that give it enough. How about that? We'll give them enough. So we're boosting on over, and we'll dip the nose and see if we can't tag the backside of this module here. I'm hoping. And hard cut. Looks like some guns are on tap. Man, we're super close. Anyone else able to help? Well, I mean, they're going after a builder. I mean, we're bombarding. I'm not worried about that. I feel like this raider really needs to land. He is trying to dock and wait and repair. I mean, good for him. Thank goodness, because he's almost dead. So he's currently trying to get back into the dock. Wow, look at that reverse. Holy crap, what an amazing pilot. I already have trouble sometimes going in reverse into really tight parking spots. That's amazing. And thank you, tank. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and finish this factory. There she is. It's at 58%. Although, to be perfectly honest, I don't think there's much left of this factory. I think us coming in with all the fighters was enough. You know what I mean? That changed a lot. Oh, there's a poor soul in here somewhere. That's a Y-wing.
Awaiting orders.
Yep, they caught up to you. They caught up to you. You tried to stay on target, but then you weren't able to do it. What can I say? What can I say? Amazing. You know what? I think we got this under control. Okay, I guess we can wrap up there. This is too much fun though, I swear. And we can even grab all the loot at the same time. Look at that. That's so good. All the boxes, all the loot, fantastic. We needed another win. What can I say after that strident? So ridiculous. My goodness. One day we shall have an XXL and we shall terrorize this galaxy. That's going to make me very, very happy. That's awesome. Change and repair and dock. Fantastic. All right, we'll go ahead and hold right there. Bunnies, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I think we did quite a lot. We kind of bloodied the NRL's noses, and we were able to even take on an XXL for the first time and sort of defeat it-ish. Pseudo-defeat it, but obviously it was very costly. But at least we know we have that capability as opposed to in the past where we sort of scratched the shields maybe by like 1% or 2%, and then that was it. We were done. So we've made very, very, very far strides towards success. We even have an operational wharf, and we've got to move to the large, then the XL, then the XXL, and do that high-level research overall. Thank you so much for all your help. We're making it happen. So if you like to hang out until the end of the music, we'll go and give someone a nice raid. We're going to be streaming tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to be back with BX Tactics, and hopefully I'll see you there. So I had a total blast. I hope you did as well, and I can't wait to get into the next one with you. Have a wonderful, wonderful night.